but I believe it. Take you like you want the man, but I believe it. Take you like you want the man, but I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe
We're here. We're promised. We're just
stuff I do.
a couple of old friends just catching up, you know.
Is my microphone
I had
here?
to switch it. What do you need? What do you need?
I don't know.
Where do you
I
want
don't want to break it. It just feels like it's like pointed into me. But then I feel like it like covers my face.
You want it like more like that?
Is it okay like
Oh
that?
yeah, that looks better.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see your
Okay.
face fine on that.
Okay.
That looks great. That looks great. Okay. We had to
Adjust.
I'm gonna have to figure that out. That's the next thing to figure out this weekend. Figure out these microphone stands. I have to apologize to all the listeners that said, "Hey Dan, don't buy those. They're cheap." And I'm like, "Well, it's all we
This is
can
better
afford."
than what I have for the other show. I
And-
want all new equipment.
It's
I
just
hate
so
the
expensive.
headphones. I hate the freaking headphones.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
make me feel claustrophobic.
You could do
You don't have to wear them if you don't want.
AirPods.
I'll make
that-
you sound good.
Really?
Yeah, I promise.
But am I gonna reduce the quality of the show?
No.
No.
No,
It's
no.
only for you.
It's only for you.
Yeah.
Really?
It'll make
Yeah.
you feel like you sound better. It will
Okay.
because you'll be able to, you can navigate your space.
Okay.
Yeah, you
But
don't
if
need
you
all
don't need it, I got you all day. You can
Are
just
you
hang them.
sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Just throw them
I
on the
could
ground.
be
Toss them on the ground.
headphones
Throw them. Treat them
Yeah,
like
yeah.
shit. Say, I never wear them again.
All right. Oh my God. I feel like I
Should we offer that to all ladies now? This is what we should be talking
Yeah,
about.
they
in the
don't want to
warm-up.
wear
because
these
it
big
messes
old.
your hair.
That's what Joe from Fairvilla came in yesterday, and her hair looked great. It was like super red,
Yeah.
shiny red.
It's
I think
not
maybe she got her hair did or
flattering.
something. And
So she said something about it too.
she
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
I think we
Most-
should start
yeah.
offering that to ladies, and we'll be
My
the,
wife doesn't want to wear
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
we'll be the
hate
only
that.
show that offers no headphones for ladies.
Oh, I love it.
yeah.
No one else does that. We'll say we are the only
Yeah.
show that offers no headphones for ladies. All right, Tom. You start. I always end.
All right.
She's in the middle.
You want to start off with the men's mental health month?
Yeah, because
And
we don't
then-
have to talk about that a lot.
Okay,
I just
yeah.
think it's worth mentioning.
And then we'll go into like vacation. I'll ask
Perfect.
you some tips about going on vacation.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
And 3.
Welcome to Love Thy Neighbor. I'm Tom Van.
I'm Colette Fair.
And I'm Dan Dennis.
So, Colette, it's Father's Day this weekend, and it's
Completely
also
forgot about that.
I didn't forget.
He never forgets.
What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna do like will
Father's
your wives
Day.
do something nice for you?
Oh, she better. And you know what it is.
Yeah, you know what that is.
That's all I need.
One out of
Sexual favor?
Yeah.
No,
That's
no,
all
but
I asked for.
One in particular, he wants.
And then all she gets me is some plants or some BS
Yeah.
gardening
I don't
stuff.
want a
I'm
plant.
like, I
Put your
don't
mouth on it.
want
You know what? I shouldn't have said that. The plant. The
That's
plant. Put your
honest.
mouth on the plant.
Nobody wants the mouth on the plant.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
All right, well,
spicy opening. We're back to serious.
I brought up.
But wait. Is
oh.
this what men really would want for Father's Day?
Yes,
Like,
it is.
Did he look like a lying man? He's never been more serious in his life.
Yeah. Well, I don't
He's
need
never been more serious. Like he's at a border check, and I'm like, "You got any drugs in the back of that 18-wheeler?" He's like, "No, sir, I do not."
I-
God,
Absolutely
this is
not.
the last thing a woman would ever want for Mother's Day.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
oral sex.
Hold on, you don't know that.
I do.
You
Yeah,
don't. Hold
yeah.
on. Let's
Oh,
poll.
my wife
let's
doesn't
poll
want
all
that.
mothers across the nation, and I mean
They
other
don't want it.
countries, other countries as well.
First
don't
of all,
want it.
Because I feel
women
like it's going to trend real high in Germany.
I guarantee most women would not say that would be. In fact, I think women would be offended if that's what they got for Mother's Day.
I know. I've offered before.
Offended? Offended?
I'll do that anytime.
I
That's
want
easy.
something meaningful that shows that you appreciate me, and
That's
not
real
the
hard.
typical-
That's real hard, Colette. But that's what I tell my wife. I'm like, it's the easiest gift to give me. I'm like, you have it easy. I have to think about some emotional thing that means something.
Yeah, I have
That's
to write
rare.
a poem. Have you ever tried to write a poem?
And
I have.
she's like, that's just as hard for me. I hate that.
It's like me writing a poem with my mouth.
And I'm like, God, why are we so different?
It's the world's stinkiest poem.
This should prove there's no God because it's so hard for us to get along.
I mean, I personally will be taking my husband and father to brunch on Father's
No,
Day.
they don't want that. They don't
That's
want
how
that.
we'll be celebrating in my house. They probably don't want that, but I don't even want to think about what they do.
That's a Mother's Day
That
gift.
is Mother's
What
Day
the hell?
brunch. I
Right.
don't want brunch.
It's
I
like-
want to sit at Johnny's other side and play country music on their jukebox and drink beers until I pass out, and then I want the mouth.
Well, now I know.
Yeah, now everybody
It's
knows.
probably not. It's like love
Right? Isn't that what you want?
languages.
Drink
Colette-
beers so you pass out and mouth.
Let's be honest. You always knew that. It's not like we're just telling you now.
Maybe on some level. I know, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, I know. All right, but I brought up Father's Day because it's also
And it went south really
It
fast.
did. It went terrible.
it's also Men's Mental Health Month, and it's something that you brought up some stats that shocking. That
Kind of. I mean, even
it's
more
sad.
than shot. Yeah, just
Well-
completely depressing statistic.
and I've said this,
Yeah.
like I, just grew up. Every man in my entire life, my uncles, my stepdad, everybody, my pop, no one ever discussed or even brought up their mental health or doing anything for their mental health.
Exactly.
I don't think they even said the word mental health one time in their entire lives.
Yeah.
They probably did.
Yeah, there's
never-
two things they hated, and one was mental, and the other's health. He's like, I hate both of those things. You know.
Yeah, so it's a thing that men often ignore. Right?
Most good real Florida men think health is gay. I'm just telling it like it is, right? It goes in that category of effeminate. It does. Unfortunately, what I'm telling you is kind of, it's a joke, but at the same time,
It's based.
it has been made like if you care about your health, if you're like, oh, even working out, right? Like, or like fitness or whatever. Like fitness, you should be working on the farm. You should be creating a better America, right? Like fitness, taking care of yourself, mental health, that's all been demonized into being like something that ladies would do or gay guys would do. Or it's like weak people care about health.
Yeah.
And that's it's a very odd thing that happened. I don't know when this happened. I want to say 90s. Or maybe even before that, there was a point of this. But why aren't we?
It's weird because when you're physically and mentally unhealthy, you're so weak.
Right. That's
Right.
why.
No, we're blowing this all up. It drives me crazy that we say this because,
I
like, how many times you go into the gym? Oh, you taking care of yourself? Want to be healthy? Why is that?
Why is it mocked?
Why has it been framed? Because we use the term like when something
Well,
stupid or it's
the
gay.
gym-
Right.
now-
Why are we framing it like that? Why was that framed as being weak?
Here's the thing: the gym,
Why?
though, it's way less like than actually focusing on your mental health. Like because I feel like even nowadays, like if someone goes to the gym a lot, like you think
No, but we've
everybody
gotten there.
doesn't
We've
look at
gotten
it
there.
like
Yeah.
Why
Yes,
aren't we
we got
there?
there with fitness.
We've gotten
Yeah.
there, but why aren't we there with mental health? It's the same thing.
Well,
It's
my
hard to
hope is that we're gonna be. So I want to just share a couple of facts to help people understand that we may be ignoring men's mental health for decades, but it's real. Men and women are the same, and that we all experience. A lot of people experience depression and anxiety. Some people throughout their lifetime. Some people intermittently. They go through a season, and the fact that men aren't getting treatment is really scary. So what stats that I just found are that nearly 1 in 10 men experience depression or anxiety, but less than half receive treatment. Even more alarming, men are 4 times more likely to die by suicide than women. And as we were talking about before the show, 80% of suicides are men. 80%. The highest category is men above 75, and I have some thoughts on why that is. But then in men 15 to 23, I think it is, in that age group, suicide is the number one cause of death in young men. So this is really, really important that we bring to the forefront. It's not a nothing issue. Men deserve treatment. They need to be talking to their friends about what's going on, if not going to a therapist. And we've got to acknowledge that men are struggling and they're not always getting the help they need.
You know, it's a temporary solution to a huge problem with suicide.
I don't think that's how it really goes, but I like your version. I like your half-assed.
I'm like, sometimes I'm like, oh God, too many dishes to do. I'm like, well, there's an easy way out of here.
I'm out of here.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm making light of physical abuse.
I'm like, where?
I think you saw someone's uncomfortability showing.
No. I mean, it's just
I don't know
like,
how to help you talk
and
about
maybe,
this.
right. Well,
Hey, that's honest.
I
That
can
is
just-
so honest.
All I can do is make
suicide-
jokes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's understandable.
He and I do get to an end of
Yeah.
a road here where we go like, I can't talk about that. I'm uncomfortable. And he's like, well, I'm not doing it. Jokes.
Yeah.
Right. So hence the fact that you're joking about dying by suicide over the dishes. So first of all, I think suicide is really misunderstood in a lot of ways for people who have suicidal ideation, what they go through, and there can be many different causes, but people who have not dealt with that just don't understand what it's like when you're having those thoughts and you're having that kind of depression. So everybody really needs to try not to judge because you don't know what you would do. You don't know what it feels like to be in those shoes. And I think we don't have to even tackle the deepest end of the ocean to say that whether you're struggling with depression, anxiety, suicidality, we have a problem in that men don't feel comfortable. Even in therapy, I hear it all the time, and I've said it on the show before. Men will say to me, I'll direct them to share something vulnerable with their spouse, something honest and real about what they're feeling. And I'll say, what's holding you back? And they'll often say, I feel like she's going to think less of me if I'm vulnerable. I'm going to look weak. It's going to be a turnoff. I mean, this runs deep. So the idea of a man who's really strong and sees himself as really strong and capable saying, I'm struggling with my mental health. I'm feeling really down. I think a lot of men just try to push it down
Oh, yeah.
and grind their way through it. And they don't realize there's another way. So I also think for family members, we have to understand that a lot of times when men are depressed, it looks like anger. Terry Real is the therapist who wrote a seminal book on this about maybe 30, 40 years ago in the 80s. And he was one of the first that I know of to identify on mass scale. Hey, when men have an anger problem and an irritability problem, a lot of the time it's underlying depression. So not that we're responsible for other people, but if you see someone in your life struggling, like maybe you go up and say, hey, what's going on? It may not get through, but it might.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
talking about this is the first step. And you were saying, Dan, that you could relate to some of this
Oh,
or
yeah.
what you saw with your dad.
Oh yeah, my dad, I knew him to be a sensitive guy, right? Because I am him. But he struggled with that communication because of being born in, he was 66 when he died, and I don't even know the numbers, but born in the 40s, late 40s. So he did grow up around that, that sort of like 57 Chevy rock and roll real man kind of a Elvis-y, and he would only really talk about his feelings like with me,
But at least he talked about them with you.
but it was way late in life. And most of the time, if I'm being real, his feelings would bubble up or present themselves as anger.
Yeah.
I do a lot of the same. I've worked really hard to not be as angry as him, but I do have the same amount of depression and probably anxiety that he dealt with completely undiagnosed until he passed away.
Yeah. And a lot of it's
So,
genetic.
Yeah, it's just how we are, right?
Right.
Like, that has really helped me a lot. Tom and I talk about that all the time. It really helps me a lot when something's happening and I'm like, yep, that's just me. Yep, we're going to ride this out.
Having some self-acceptance because it's true. This is not something we choose most of the time.
Yeah.
And people's brains run at different levels. And, some people wake up with a lot of anxious thoughts. Other people wake up and greet the day. Like it's really not so much what people are doing, a certain baseline level of it, But when you talk about, I've worked really hard not to be angry, to be more aware of what's going on and the way you react to it, part of that seems like the fact that you talk about it openly. You go to therapy. I mean, haven't those things helped you to be able to admit, like, I'm struggling right now or I'm feeling down?
Yeah. Oh, therapy has helped me immensely. Like DeBerry Joe in our chat room, he just started with a new therapist. I'll give him a shout out. He said it was time for a tune-up. Maybe based on I'm gonna claim that it's based on our last show. Just because, you know, like, why not keep it top of mind? But yeah, it really helps me to talk about those sort of things. But you know, it's not always easy either. Even if you're going to a therapist or even if you're trying to do something, you know, like, but I think talking about it more and making it more normal makes you have less setbacks, because why shouldn't it always be top of mind? Like, just like with fitness we were talking about. If you're trying to change your diet and you're not supposed to be eating fried foods because your cholesterol's high or something, you would keep that top of mind and you'd be like, well, I'm going to avoid, you know, Raisin Canes. I love your Raisin Canes, but, you know, not health food. But you would avoid that because you would know. It's very easy to know that.
Yeah.
So why don't I do the same thing in that, like, well, your phone makes you anxious or makes you depressed or is beaming news stories that aren't even real that are depressing into your eyes at all times. Well, why not distance yourself from that? Well, I can't. Why can't you? You can stop. You can not do the Raisin Canes, but you can't do the other thing? That's not true.
It's not true, but I think it's tough because part of you is getting affected adversely by this thing, food or the phone, and another part is getting a payoff, right? The dopamine and the surge of dopamine, they're powerful. So I do think these things are difficult. I used to work a lot with people with depression. I don't anymore. Obviously, I have clients who are depressed who come in for couples therapy at times.
Yeah.
But working specifically with someone with depression, I learned a lot from it because my mind doesn't run that way. I can struggle with anxiety, but I don't tend to get depressed so much. And really understanding how hard it would be to do the simplest things when you're in that state. You're just not experiencing any endorphins or serotonin or feel good chemicals. Like at times people struggle to even get out of bed. So those are more extreme. But I think one thing I want to share from a therapist perspective, not everybody's going to come to therapy. I wish they would. I encourage people to. Certainly, I have men all the time tell me, almost all the time, I did not want to come here. And now I'm so glad I did. I mean, I think men love therapy and they do really well in it. And they're usually surprised by how good it feels to start opening up because we are designed for it. But part of it is the culture really has to change with men. It is so common that men, when they hang out with their buddies, they do an activity, they don't really talk or open up. Women, not all women, but will tend to go get together and dive deep and talk about our life and our struggles and our mental health. And I think men have to do more of that, opening up to each other about what's going on in their, maybe you guys do that, but a lot of men don't.
Oh, no, I don't never talk to my friends about nothing personal like that. That's so crazy to me.
I mean, Tom's very quiet right now, very subdued.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
He's soaking it all in. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, no,
doing the math over there.
I mean, why don't you share what's going on in your life or your emotions or your feelings with your guy friends?
Because if he did, he'd be gay. I told you this earlier in the show.
I'm just not paying attention.
Well, as you guys are talking, I am thinking that there are people that their brains are wired different, and that's the thing. Like, so okay,
I guess you could make that argument for everybody, right?
Absolutely,
everybody's there, you know. And so, like, there are people that are depressed or anxious, and then there are people that are not. Not everybody's depressed or anxious. And then I think sometimes
that's true.
Depressed or anxious people are like, oh, you are like me. And you're just not dealing with it. And then sometimes I'm like, well, I'm not like that.
Right.
And then I'm just running at a lower level. Like there's things that, you know, obviously you have emotion.
Yeah, like
you
don't buy, like when, like he's very stoic, you know, about certain things and not going to share. You don't like it when people come in and go like, well, you're that way because of the trauma that happened in your life. You'd rather say like, I could be that way, but maybe I'm just that way because I'm just that way.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Because everybody, you know, in a world, Colette, where like obviously you've been doing this professionally for a long time and you've been practicing this for a long time, right? Professionally as your job, you practice all the time.
Right.
And there are a lot of people that think because they watch the relationship show on Netflix or listen to podcasts or that
My
they are
wife.
as qualified as you, and then they can psychoanalyze anybody. So
Right.
then they go around psychoanalyzing and are like, oh yeah, Tom, you're like this because of this trauma and this
I
and
know.
this, and then I'm just like, whoa, back
People are
up.
sure they know.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, even though you don't think I know, like, what are you?
And that doesn't jive with him because he's sure he knows that he's not that.
Right, and
So
also
it's like
people-
two geniuses that both know fighting each other.
it's
But
not that I'm-
people shouldn't be saying what other people. I actually hate that. Like, I would never presume to tell you exactly why. I would say maybe this is contributing. I mean, you're the expert on you.
And I know that, there could be these issues, but I also know that everybody's brain and internally is different. Every human is
Yes.
different, and that's another issue that I was thinking about. This is why I was so quiet the whole time, because I'm running through trying to figure out life. And,
I saw your leg moving. You're masturbating over there.
and I was thinking so in old Florida real men, you don't talk about your feelings. I went on a boat trip this weekend. Everybody in Crescent City, Florida, doesn't talk about feelings.
The entire city. There's a moratorium.
man
They're
there-
too dumb for feelings. I'm joking.
But every man there, is old Florida real man, and
Did
I
you
know
have
them.
guy friends on the trip with you?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it like
yeah.
families and couples?
Yeah,
and
my.
So when you talk to your friends, what are you talking about? Like,
Well, they're good today. How's the boat running? You want another White Claw? All right.
like what's the
We're
conversation?
fishing.
Surface. Yeah. Great looking fish. All right.
No, I mean,
You like World Cup? Go USA. Australia, Friday, 3 p.m.
me and my friends, we'll talk, just we'll get deeper. They're teachers. We'll talk about whatever. I mean, so it's not like
Tell me the
that's
state of education.
But going back to my thought, where it's you grow up in this environment of you're surrounded by real men, and all of a sudden you're like, man, I am not like them.
Yeah.
And then you're like, why am I not like them?
Yep.
And then or it could be vice versa or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's like, but you were born with your own brain chemistry and the way your brain fires and whatever. And then and so all of a sudden you're not like your dad and uncles, and you're like anxious all the time. You're like, why aren't they anxious about this, or why are they feeling this? And it's like, well, that's how your brain works.
Right.
And you got to treat your brain and not, go off like, hey, I'm like, you were born differently. Your brain wiring is differently. Your chemicals are different. And if you don't help yourself, then long-term untreated problems like this end up in suicide. Right?
Exactly.
And
It
because
can, yeah.
because
Yeah.
you haven't been treating the issue so long that you get to the point where you feel the need that this is the only solution to this problem. And it's like, man, you could have been treating it the whole time, but you're just like, I should be like this. I should not think like this. I shouldn't be as anxious as I am. And
Right, accept yourself as you are.
And
And also, some of those old Florida men and men of that generation were upset, anxious, stressed out, and they just didn't show it. So, I mean, it wasn't okay for anyone to show anything. Even women didn't show emotion. I mean, the great generation is known for being stoic. I've barely ever seen my father emote, and he's a very expressive guy. Like, he just seems like he's made of Teflon to me, right? Like, I can't even imagine my dad being stressed out and being opening up to me about his feelings. I would welcome it, but it's just not how the people were conditioned.
But you would say your dad is mentally healthy.
Yes, but I think my dad also naturally has pretty good mental health. I think his baseline, and I think I'm lucky in this way too, my baseline is pretty good. I will get upset, I'm emotional, but I usually bounce back up to a pretty positive outlook. And it's not really something I'm consciously doing. It's just kind of where my brain hums at idle.
Yeah. No, I know. And
I'm lucky. I am so grateful for that.
And some people are born, it's easier for them to stay physically healthy. And then
Exactly.
everybody's different. And then you got to treat yourself uniquely.
Right.
And solve your own problems that way. And not, because going back to your dad, it's like, oh, he, was born generally mentally healthy, was able to go through this without being emotional, he probably didn't go to therapy growing up or ever, still doesn't. And then he's fine. And that can be the case.
Right.
And that's a lot of times where it's like, oh, you look at, so some people look at your dad and be like, oh, he's mentally unhealthy because he hasn't gone through all these things.
Or gone to
but
therapy.
You need to.
Although he probably did need to for his relationships, and I think he'd admit that. He has said many times, I read your book, Colette, and I realized I've done everything wrong in every relationship I've ever been in.
Yeah.
So at least on that front. But I want to also point out, wherever your brain runs, one thing I do that I think my dad does, that I think we're talking about here today, if you really are suffering from clinical depression or anxiety, you really would benefit from going to therapy for sure. But a lot of people, wherever you run, life is hard, stuff happens. And I talk to people. I talk to friends. Right now, I'm not going to therapy, but I have many times. I do. Of course, I'm a therapist, so I believe in it. But I meet with friends and I have not only laughter and fun, but I also will meet with friends and sit down and talk openly about how I'm doing or what I feel insecure about or what I'm stressed. Even I came in here today and told you guys something that happened that had really upset me, right? Like that. And not everybody has to be like me, but there is value in talking about what's going on inside that can prevent a lot of this for some people. Opening up a little more.
Yeah, and it's like you could be the perfect height and weight and have perfect cholesterol and all that, and still benefit from walking every day, or or exercise.
That's a great example. I have high cholesterol genetically from birth. Like I'm on a statin. I had high cholesterol at 16 when I weighed 105 pounds. I wasn't overweight. It just was like, it's just how I run. And for years, I refused to take a statin. I was like, no, I am not doing that. I tried to curb it with diet, with exercise. You know what? I just have high cholesterol. Now I take a statin. It's not a problem. My cholesterol is normal. I mean, it's a good example. I didn't like the idea for whatever BS reason that I had high cholesterol. I mean,
you don't want to take a pill.
I didn't want to take a pill.
I think a lot of people are like that with all pills. I mean,
but we make it mean something about us that we're like not strong. And I used to be like this with mental health. Like, I don't need help. I don't need meds. And, I just was hurting myself at certain times. I had to take meds for a while when I went through my divorce because I was a train wreck during that time emotionally, and it really helped me.
And you also mentioned a stat about like men that are 75 and older commit suicide, which is always crazy to me because I'm like, man, you're
almost there.
You just have to wait it out.
My husband really is. He's 10 years from there.
But like waiting it out though, like, I don't know, maybe sometimes I think about that. Sometimes I think of old man, no friends, still alive.
There you go.
That's
loneliness. And then you start like adding up.
Loneliness.
You're just sitting in a room or whatever. I mean, why be here?
Though I think it's the loneliness and the disconnection for sure. When I was in graduate school, we learned that it was men over 65. So that's 20 years ago. I think the numbers raised a little bit. Maybe for the highest percentages, but I think some of it too is for a lot of men. It's the men throw so much into their career, so much identity is tied up into work. And so if you get to later in life and maybe you don't have close relationships and you're not working anymore, a lot of people feel really empty and disconnected.
You're useless now.
When I'm done here, when I'm done with this place, you better hide my guns. This old man. Like nobody, Maisie's not around, Andrew's not around. I'm just sitting around. Dansby's there, but he don't care about me.
You're taking up electricity.
Like, turn the light off. I'll just sit in the dark.
So let's move on to a lighter topic.
Back into Tom's
That's a heavy one. That's a heavy one.
We're going to pivot because it's the summertime and a lot of people go on vacations, okay? And
now we're going to give you some recipes for some of our favorite summer menu items.
So, and I thought
of like the Today Show.
Yeah. Okay, Colette's here. What's going like? Oh my God, she's going to show us how to make the best chimichurri. How many ingredients? It's a 5-ingredient chimichurri. And the key, do you know the key to chimichurri? Does anyone know the key to chimichurri? I do.
I don't.
1 medium shallot.
Is that true?
It's absolutely true.
Love
Actually,
shallots.
I'll stop using my funny voice. If you do make a chimichurri, then you message me. The key ingredients are 1 medium shallot and a real red chili, seeded and cored.
So
Good to know.
go.
and the reason why I want to talk about this, Colette, is because a lot of people go on summer vacations with their family, and a lot of times it's so stressful that the actual vacation is semi-miserable. It sounds ridiculous.
It's a trope. It's a trope in movies. The miserable vacation with the dad who wants to kill himself. I mean, we'll go back to it.
Wait, how about going back to Chevy Chase vacation?
This is
100%. He's dreaming about
We're
Christy
going to
Brinkley.
Wally World,
He's always
right?
dreaming about his hot women because his family's driving him insane.
And the trope is funny because it's based on
true.
reality, you know.
People relate.
But I think a lot of people can do some tweaks here and there to make their lives easier or better or more enjoyable. And I'll go over some scenarios with you, Colette, and then you can give me some advice about how to correct this. Right?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Let's have it. I can't wait.
Now, these are completely made up random.
Yeah. This has
just
nothing
things-
to do with me.
Yeah, this isn't him. I just go as
Yeah.
one of his producers here. I just want to reiterate
Disclaimer.
that
Yeah.
these are just. He's got a great imagination, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure that these are just things he's just ripping off a dome.
It may sound like me,
But it's not.
Yeah. But
It's
this is
not.
just random, and imagine it's like a top 5 at the Today Show.
And we're gonna call this guy
Chalet.
Florida Dad Bill.
Yeah.
Or I feel like this is like one of Andy Cohen's games on Bravo,
Yes,
right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
Let's have it.
all right,
Let's
so
do it.
first scenario, you're married to a dominator, okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right?
Are you familiar with
Yes,
the Dominator?
yes, I am the Dominator in
all
my
right,
house.
Yeah,
And-
you're the
And
Dominator.
in this scenario, the dominator does a lot of the planning with the vacation
Yep.
and does all the pre-planning and the flights and the rental cars, and the dominator gets the Airbnb.
What would the villager do if a young boy ran through the town screaming, "The Dominator's coming! The Dominator's
Oh,
coming, and
fun.
she wants to give you the mouse"?
Oh, no, the dominator hates that. The dominator's like, what have you done to deserve this?
I am the
And
Dominator.
I'm like, good point, dominator.
The Dominator would like to know why you request the mouth.
So anyway, and
That was like a Wizard of Oz thing I was seeing, right?
I know. I'm
Yeah.
watching it in real time.
Colette, and then you just sit back because
Yeah.
you let the dominator do what the dominator does.
Yeah, well,
Right?
dominators do what
Life
dominators
is
do.
best
Yeah,
when
yeah.
the Dominator can do what she wants.
And they're all, it seems like it makes them happy planning everything, and it's not because it seems like they think you'd screw this up.
They
Would
probably
you?
do.
Would Bill? Would Bill screw it up?
And
Would
then-
Florida Dead Bill?
And then so next thing you know, you're on this vacation, and you're just like
You've lost all control. You're just a worker.
and you're just having a beer on the plane, and then you look over and the dominator's sitting next to the kids staring at you like she hates you because you're not doing nothing. And then
This
she
is a highly specific
Wait,
scenario.
what are you
for
talking
a
about? You're
game.
having a beer. You're enjoying your vacation.
Well, I don't know. I
What
don't
were
even
you
know.
supposed to do?
I barely know where we're going or where we're landing.
Did you look at the itinerary to see if the
No,
Dominator
no.
requested you
I
to
just-
do anything?
I have full trust in the Dominator's abilities. Anyway, so then she gets very angry because you seemingly
You've checked out.
because you're like, hey, what have you done? I'm doing all this,
Yeah.
and you're like, I thought that's what you wanted to do. I'm just staying out of the way. Anyway, what do you do about that, Colette?
Well, I think this is a very common scenario, Dominator or not, that women tend to do more of the planning in a lot of families and then sometimes resent the fact that their husbands aren't as involved or carrying the task load, taking care of the children, coordinating. It can really feel like a lot. So what I would suggest, if this is a theme or a pattern, not for anyone in this room, but anyone in the general population who might be listening, would be to have a proactive conversation in advance of the trip. Hey, you've done most of the planning. Were you happy to do that? I don't want to make assumptions. Would you like me to be involved?
What if what if you're afraid what if the Dominator doesn't like your conversations?
Well, I mean, there has to be.
What if you're talking to the Dominator and everything you're throwing out there, maybe you feel like just gets tramped down? Because I hear that from a lot of guys.
Like what? Like
okay,
what?
like I'll take
Give
out the
me-
Dominator
yeah.
thing. Because people in the chat room have said this before. I'm not
So,
going to
yeah.
out the person, but he's
Yeah.
in there. He's in there right now. But he has said, what if you go and in these scenarios, there are things that maybe you want to do but they're just not clicking with your partner, namely like with your wife, and you can't. And so I think most guys, that complain about this have almost given it up because they're just like, I've given up
Yes.
because when I suggest things, you think I'm an idiot, or maybe I'm perceiving that now,
Right.
Because it's happened in the past.
Right. And that's
Does
a
that
real
make-
thing. Oh,
th-
yeah,
this
yeah.
is- I'm not saying this is Bill or you or I'm just saying.
So there's separate issues.
How do you
though.
handle
There's
that?
First, the issues of who's doing the work, because vacations when you have young kids are a lot of work. I would come home from a vacation and feel like now I need a vacation.
Yeah.
The packing, the coordinating, you have to have eyeballs on your kid. It's a lot. It's not all fun. You make good family memories, but a lot goes into it. So first there is who's doing what, and a lot of times people don't ask for the help they need, and then they resent someone for not helping, or the help they're offered they're critical of, or they feel like it has to be done just right, so I do it myself, but then I resent you. That's really on that person. If you don't want to do it all, if you want to be, let's say, the mom in the family, and you would rather do it all yourself, then you don't get to resent other people that they didn't help. I mean, that's your responsibility to communicate.
As long as the partner offers the help and then they turn it down.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
never offer the help,
Right,
then
right.
you
Well,
can get yelled
and
at.
or a grown adult.
Yeah,
but
I've done both.
But an adult woman can also say, or a man can also say, hey, I don't want to do all of this myself. I'd like you to help out. Now, a lot of people will tell me, well, I don't want to have to ask, but that is not wanting to tolerate the risk of communicating more vulnerably and honestly. And you have to, both sides have to. Then there's the added issue of somebody saying,
That's the step I always
Yeah.
fail at,
what?
the one you just mentioned. And I think a lot of people are there.
Yes.
That's why I wanted to pause for a
100%.
second. It's as simple as
Well,
Andrea or me in this scenario. We're teetering on the edge of this vacation becoming a fight.
yep.
And all either of us need to do, her or me, is me say, hey, you need any help? Or her say, hey, I need some help.
Yeah.
And literally just doing that execution, me knowing that she needs help, and then I go over and help,
Right.
fixes the argument that we're about to get in the car as we drive to the destination.
Yes. Yes. And I didn't say it's easy. It's not easy, especially if you haven't learned to do this. It becomes easier as you do it, but it is simple. A lot of times we're making a lot of assumptions and we have all these beliefs about how we should be and what we should do. I mean, a lot of women, we're talking about men and their assumptions about looking strong and not admitting to having struggles. A lot of women are hyper independent and feel like they have to do it all and they have to do it all well. And that's what makes you a super mom and a great wife. And sometimes we don't allow ourselves to say, hey, I'd like you to do XYZ. I don't want to carry this whole trip on my back. So I think both sides have to communicate. I mean, that's the reality. A lot of what you just said is what's not happening and creating a lot of these scenarios. Now, I want to challenge people, male or female, that if you want help, even if a little voice in your head says, oh, I shouldn't have to ask, or, you know, if I have to get help, then I'm not doing a good enough job. Don't listen to that. If you want help, ask for help. It's okay to need help. Like, we need more partnership in modern marriages than we've had, and it does require communication. But the other part you're bringing up about, hey, I'd like to do this on the trip, or why don't we plan so and so? If someone's shooting down everything you bring up, you are going to check out. And then I would communicate about that. Hey, I'd really like to participate, but I feel like every time I bring up a suggestion, it gets shot down. So now I've just kind of retreated. You let me know if you're open to my influence on this.
Scenario 2, Colette. You're on a long road trip with the family.
Oof, the worst.
And now in 2026, the kids are in the back. They're on their iPads, and it's, I mean,
Well, they're in a magical world. Have you been on an iPad?
Yeah. I mean, that's
My God.
that single-handedly has saved a lot of marriages when now you just stick your kids on iPads and they zone out. I mean,
Yeah.
it's ruining their brains.
And the
but-
kids' marriages are going to be great because they're married to a woman AI in their iPad. It's
Yeah.
not even a real. They're married to their iPad. It's awesome.
Now,
It'll just be two married adults
Yeah.
checked out on their iPads.
Hey, I argue with her. I just throw her in the dumpster with a
So-
get out of here.
back to communication, Colette. Long car rides. Now it's just you and your partner sitting up front, right? Now it depends on.
I sit in the back. So I
get
don't
it.
know anything about this.
Yeah.
I let Maisie sit in the front with her mom.
You're driving, and sometimes my wife wants to talk. You know, and she wants to have a
About what?
Give
me one.
That's what I say.
Give me one.
I'm like, well, you
Don't say that. That was me talking to you.
I'm like, you barely know any starting quarterbacks in the NFL. How are we gonna have a conversation? and then I'm
Is
like,
Jameis Winston still playing? No, he's not.
yeah, I'm like, oh God, I'm talking to a 5-year-old. But she wants to have a conversation, and
Well, give me one of her topics.
Yeah,
Well-
what does she want to talk about?
she doesn't know, Colette. That's the trick, or some sort of trap, I think.
Trick or trap. In Halloween, he doesn't think of trick or trap.
Yeah, because then we're just sitting in silence, and then I put in my earbud. on
Oh, you can't do that. You put it on the side you can't see.
Yes, yeah. So I'm just zoning out listening.
On the side.
I do that too. Sometimes I turn to the window. Maisie's asleep. Andrea's driving, and I'll just vape my pen, hoping that I can get so
away with
high,
that.
no one will
And,
float away.
and if you've been in a relationship a while, like I have, you've talked about a lot. There's no more topics, Cliff. I know
Yeah.
everything about this lady. Like,
I do think that's a challenge.
You know,
We're
so-
out of talking, so we
so-
might as well eat it.
no, it's hard to talk to a long-term spouse
It is.
about anything. You've gone over everything, and then now
You're gonna start dipping into stuff and make you hate them too.
Yeah, you live this life where you only talk about the kids and the kids' school and the kids, and then some Game of Thrones thing.
You said kids twice.
Oh,
the
so-
kids, the kids' school,
yeah, yeah.
kids, Game of Thrones.
Their boring ass work, your boring work. You only have 3 topics: is kids and your boring ass jobs. So what the hell do you talk about, Colette?
Well, I think this is a biggie. So first of all, on a bigger scale, maybe it's not in the car ride, but healthy couples do make a point of talking about their goals and dreams for the future, what they're aspiring to,
You do that.
how they want
I
to
know you
grow.
do that with your wife.
Yeah, and
man.
I'm not saying you don't. You probably do at some
No, they're
point.
dreamers. They have a lot of like
Yeah.
cool places they
That's
want to
awesome.
go and mountains they want
But
to climb.
that's great
Yeah,
conversation.
I love
Yeah,
it.
but it also
I don't do any of this.
Okay.
I'm way dysfunctional in this
I'm
category.
slacking on this one too.
Colette, it also it drives my wife crazy that we're on a vacation and I'm talking about another vacation we're gonna go on. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Bigger
like,
and better, to
I'm
the
like,
moon.
where should we go? We should go to that
Yeah.
cave in Korea.
Yeah.
And she's like, are you crazy? We're driving on our vacation.
Every
And then
child
you-
addicted to iPads want to go to the cave in Korea. That's where they want to go. I heard them.
There's no Wi-Fi
I read
there.
it. I read it on the.
That's
iPad.
a real thing, though. You know, the best part of a vacation from research,
I know.
psychologically, the anticipation of the vacation.
Planning.
When I'm eating a good meal, my whole family, we're talking about the next meal. We're stuffing our faces. What are we going to eat
Yeah,
next?
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
that same idea. So, okay, those are some things you could talk about, what you're experiencing together, your goals, your dreams. But also, I think this is what people have to challenge themselves individually to bring fresh things to the relationship, to think about what could I share with my spouse? Because we do get in a rut of only talking about kids and jobs and how was your day? Fine. And part of this comes from taking a healthy amount of space. I mean, it is important. You can be very close and connected, but people do need to have some of their own thing in order for there to be something to talk about, a little element of like excitement and intrigue.
I think that's why my marriage has survived. Is that Andrea Dennis will disconnect from our marriage and go away.
and do her own thing.
Yeah. Like she is
I was like
really.
Forrest Gump's girlfriend. Fly, fly, fly.
Yeah. My wife has full blown AIDS. No, I'm kidding. No,
she disconnects.
Yeah, she will disconnect, and then she'll be like, and we'll ask, me and May, we'll be like, she's like, I'm going to get the car wash. And we're like, we'll go. And she's like, no, you won't.
She wants to be
She's
on
like,
her
I want to
own.
listen to my book.
Yep.
And I'm like, well, we'll just sit in there and listen to the book with you. And she's like, oh, I don't want that. I want you guys to stay here. And she's like,
Yeah.
goodbye. And then she'll just say goodbye and leave.
Good for
And
her.
she's really good. Like she has, I think, necessarily fixed things in our family just by demanding her own time. You
Yep.
know, like if she wants to read a book and me and May want her to swim in the pool, like this weekend, real example, and we're like, come out and swim, come out and swim. And she's like, I don't want to swim. I want to sit inside and read my book. And me and May just say, okay, well, because it's weird because we're like, well, we want you to be happy. So we're disappointed, but we get it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but it fixes us because we're not up each other's ass all the time.
And how do you ever have anything to talk about if you don't have some of your own experiences?
Right.
But you also have to, I think, challenge yourself. You know, what could I share with my spouse? What could I ask about? You know, talking about the mundane stuff in life, there's probably more material there than you realize if you tap into how you're feeling about something or how we could do this better. Here's what I mean, talking about the future it doesn't have to just be a vacation, but is really, really bonding for couples and really good for individuals from a growth perspective.
You got another one, buddy?
Scenario 3,
Okay,
Colette.
yes.
So let's just say your family's super lazy and likes to sleep in all day. And, and then
You know what? I didn't see this one coming on the list. I didn't see this
And then
one.
you're up early, and I'm making coffee.
Yeah.
I'm loading the boat.
Yeah.
I'm in and out of the house, which drives my wife crazy because I'm the door open and
And
shut.
you're
open
mud
and shut.
stomping, right?
Yeah,
He'll
I
stomp
got
flip-flop mud everywhere.
flat feet. So she's just in the bed, mad as hell that I've been up since 6, in and out of the house,
But
making coffee.
To your credit,
3
though,
coffees.
you don't know how good it feels to be mad in a bed. I do. I hide in the bed and get mad,
Mad
too.
in
It
the
feels,
bed?
mad in the bed is awesome.
And then you're just sitting there waiting for them to get up, and then they get up.
Oh, we're going to get up
lazily.
mad and explode on you, too.
Yeah, they want to have a late, and then my wife wants to. As I say, a wife
Yeah.
wants to. She's like, "We're on vacation. This is about chill, serenity.
Yeah, this is chill vibes only. Tom the
I'm on
Mind.
vacation. And they're like, we gotta go. We gotta get to the goddamn springs before the rain comes. Anyway, Colette. What if you're on different wavelengths of like you want to get out there and get your vacation done, and then your wife and kids
Get through it.
He does. He'd like get there first, get to leave last.
and your wife and kids just want to have a good time.
And why is that
funny,
a
dude.
problem? What's the problem?
Well, it's creating
not on the same
conflict.
Do you know what?
Right.
There's something that I've never asked because I know in this scenario who's irritated, and
Yes.
it's obviously Crystal. Do you? Because like normally you don't gauge these sort of things. Are you frustrated that they're not? Do you want like arguably if you could be me? Like if we could take your brain out and put it in me, would you say, "Hey guys, come on, get the lead out. Daddy wants
Let's
to be
get
there early."
going.
Or does it really not matter?
No, I could never say that.
But would you want to? Would you want to? Maybe you wouldn't.
Yeah, I was just
I
asking if
say
you-
it in my head.
How does it sound in your head? Say it. Try it.
Because some
Pretend
families,
I'm laying in the bed and I'll just chill it out and I'm like, oh, I want an egg. I want a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich right
the
now.
worst
Yeah.
part is watching other families on their boats drive by you.
Fast.
Yeah, early. I'm like, how the hell did you get your wife and kids up that early? What the hell?
What's your secret?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. What are you asking? Is there a
I
way
don't
to get the family? Is there a way to get the
Wow.
family going, or how do I like make my wife not so upset with me that I'm up early making noise in the house?
I guess I'm asking, going back to there's 2 different
Yep.
energies, and people, like some people
Hold
want.
on. He said it, so that means he sort of believes in it.
Yeah.
Well, it's on me because just like Daniel was talking about, Andrea wants to read a book inside. She don't want to be in the pool.
Right.
And she just tells them
Yeah,
that.
but she'll just straight up, like,
But that-
almost not be nice about it, which I respect because we're pushing too hard. Like, I'm
Right.
like, come on. And
Right.
she's like, no, shut the F up. And I'm like, oh, I deserve
And
that.
I didn't tell my family the night before,
I
like,
deserve
hey, we're getting up early. The next day.
Exactly.
yeah, you got to make your intentions known.
I just get up, do
Exactly.
everything, and sit and wait and stew in my own anger.
Oh, like
That's
I
lazy
sit in the
everybody
bed
is.
wanting my wife to have sex with me. You know what I mean?
So this is you guys are really answering the question is
We're doing it.
just saying it. I mean, I think
know.
first of all, there's got to be some tolerance for the fact that people do run differently. I'm the person like you. I'm up. I'm ready to go. My husband's slow. It drives me bat.
Oh,
yeah, it drives
Wow,
me
that's
crazy. And it,
really
it-
mean to call him slow.
Why
I
is it
feel like.
taking you so long
Yes.
to get ready? We got a volcano to get to.
Yes, and he feels the same. Like we're on vacation. Like slow your roll. It's annoying. So it's just something that you have to accept some differences.
Yeah.
I'm always going to be uppity and itching to get out the door. He's always going to move more slowly. There's got to be some allowance for both people to move at their own speed. And if there's a particular day, hey, maybe you would say tomorrow morning. I know it's hard for you guys to get up sometimes, and you'd rather lay in bed.
Oh,
and
don't
that's
say
fine.
that part. She's going to be insulted by that.
Okay, well, it's honest. And I mean, being honest is the idea. Being honest and tactful and real is the idea, and not trying to like avoid every possible landmine so nobody's ever upset, but just to say, hey, tomorrow I'm making this up, but I have somewhere I'd really like to go. Do you think you guys could make an effort to get up this one day? right? And then maybe you let the rest go. Or maybe she has one day where she says, Tom, could you just please
Sleep
not
in
make
day.
any noise
Yeah.
tomorrow and like chill out? I don't want to hear it. It interrupts my sleep. And then another day, maybe we'll go out early for you. It's communication and
Another thing
negotiation.
Andrea does
yeah,
that Andrea will tell me, and Maisie, it's funny you're reminding me of all these things because
Yeah.
she's really declarative, I guess is the
Yes.
way to put it.
So
but she
she's
will
a
say
communicator.
as we're going to it's what she does for a living, and me
Right.
too, but me not so good, I guess, because I can do fart jokes and stuff, but I can't do like real important communicating. But she'll tell me in May, she'll be like, hey, I'm not getting up early tomorrow, so whatever you guys want to do, get up, make breakfast or whatever, but I'm
Exactly.
sleeping in. And
That's what I do
and
too.
we're like, okay,
That's
like,
what I do
Yeah.
too. And what I'm suggesting, and you may not want to do this because we've talked a lot about how you don't always express your needs, you just kind of go along. But I would encourage you to say, hey, I'd like to think about it first, what you're asking, and express some of what you want. It would be really nice for me on the trip if we could have one day that we get up early, something like that.
Yeah, no, and I'm kind of joking around about all this.
Of
And it
course.
really comes back to, like if you want to do something, don't just
Say it.
assume that everybody else knows what you're thinking, right?
That is it right there.
Yep.
And also we've got to accept each other's differences a little bit because we gravitate toward people who are kind of our opposites in a lot of ways, and that's good for us,
Yeah.
but it can also bring up a lot of frustration.
Yeah, no, 100%. Colette, thank you so much. Again, The Cost of Quiet. Find it anywhere books are found. And
Get
look
the
for,
audio version. I like the audio version.
Look
Get that.
for Colette on Fox 35.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow.
Find her tomorrow. on there.
9:20 a.m.
There you go. Tell us you saw her. Tweet us.
Check out Colette's other podcast, Insights from the Couch. If you like therapy podcasts, that's a really good one.
That one is a really good one.
And we will see you next Thursday.
We did it. Good
Awesome.
job. Y'all still on Twitch
Awesome.
and
That was
YouTube.
good.
What's up, Jackal? How are you, buddy? He's
Should we
stopping
do
by.
a really quick video?
Yeah, we're
Yep.
supposed to.
Okay.
So Melissa said we
Okay.
should do one.
Let's
too.
do it. Let's
let's
do
do
it.
it.
All right, T. Here. I'll let you
Yep.
use my phone.
Yep.
The one last week was like I was
you
dying.
are.
It's so funny. I'm all staticky.
Well, I cleaned up over here and I rearranged the pillows and everything and refluffed them. You know how you got to smash them?
Yes,
and I
I
don't know
do
if
that
I-
every time
I
we
may
choose
have-
clients.
I may have put
Okay, where are we gonna
static
be?
into there.
In our usual spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I feel like I'm always. Yeah, I like how you provide.
I'm like
The
dancing. Yeah, I'm
entertainment.
gonna do funny stuff back here.
Hey, we are the Love Thy Neighbor show, and my face is sunburned red because I got back from a boat trip, which is, we kind of talked about how to communicate with your partner. Daniel, what are you doing?
I'm hiding.
So how to communicate with your partner on vacations. We talk about men's mental health month.
Yeah, it's Men's Mental Health Month. So, guys, are you going to a therapist? Have you ever thought about going to a therapist?
If not, there's no time like now to start.
Comment below and tell us your opinion on therapy and when you're going to start.
So that's tonight.
No one will comment.
They
No one.
won't. They won't. They
We're
won't do
gonna
it.
ensure we get no engagement on this post.
My face is so red.
If you think Tom looks like Brother Love, formerly of the WWF, I believe his name was Bruce Pritchard, comment below.
Email us at hello@lovethyneighborshow.com, and we'll see you tonight on the show.
Oh, Melissa will put Brother Love in there, and then they'll get a ton of
Yeah.
comments.
I love
Do you know who
it.
Brother Love is?
No.
He's an old wrestler. Here, I'll show you just real quick.
It's just like his face is sunburned.
Yeah, it's a super bottom here. Brother Love WWF. There it is.
Oh my
She laughed. She thinks it's perfect.
That's perfect. But you know, I didn't notice that your face was sunburned.
It was yesterday. It's not today.
Yeah.
He likes to call attention to things that he's embarrassed.
Bruce Pritchard. I got it right.
Yes.
All right, guys.
True story. Oh,
See you, Colette. Let me save that.
Thanks, guys.
See you, Colette. Have a great rest of your week and a weekend.
All right, you too. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
It is almost Father's Day.
Completely forgot about it.
I did too, until like 2 days ago.
I've blocked it out of my brain because my dad's dead. That's the honest truth. You know, it's a great day, and I want everybody to have a great day. But if you're wondering why I'm not even thinking about it, that is absolutely why. Good to see you, buddy.
Too, man.
I forgot to tell Tom you were stopping by,
That's
but
okay. I snuck up on him.
I'm sure he's fine.
Are you fine?
Is he? Yeah, he's good. What do we got next, T? I forgot.
We're just before lunch. We're doing a show, for tonight.
You want Jackal to be on it?
Sure.
All right, there we go. You're a guest.
There we go.
I'm putting you to work.
No guest.
Here, we'll put you right there.
This side.
You can sit where Colette's at. But you're not going to smell as good as Colette.
We're also gonna call Jolly, and talk to him about.
Oh, is he cool with that? Great. Great. Can we? Oh, yeah, we can't. Oh, yeah, we can, maybe. Can we talk about your thing?
Yeah, we can do it.
Hey, T, you know what Jackal did, right? He was doing, were you doing sound? Or what were you doing?
RF,
or were
but
you doing
yeah,
everything?
yes.
Because once you get there, then they're like, oh, no, you'll do this, or you do that, or you'll do everything.
Well, you stay in the lane, but I was at all the different parts of the event.
yeah, he
Like,
worked the, what is it? They call it,
the 250.
they call it free.
Yeah, UFC Freedom 250.
Freedom 250 is
Freedom.
Trump's thing, and
Right.
America 250 is the
Is
nonpartisan
is
thing.
the anti.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Freedom
see,
in America.
it can't be anti. That's the thing. It
No.
can't be. And this is where everybody fucked up. They can't. It's supposed to be just America. Like,
Correct.
hey, we're celebrating us.
Correct.
Fuck.
It's so America. It's painful that there's two America things.
Yeah, Jack Nouse. Is your name Jack Nouse?
No.
He said, I don't think of Father's Day for the same reason. Lost my dad almost 9 years ago. I'm sorry, man. Yes, that is why it's blocked out of my brain. And America's 250 is the one funded by Congress legally. Yes. that is
Yes,
correct.
that's right.
There you go.
That's right.
Um,
The official slash
yeah,
unofficial.
I'm so glad we made it confusing.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
not at all. And it all looks good. No one's fighting and everyone's happy, right? Like everybody's positive. Everybody loves each other.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we're doing great. We're doing great.
I worked the thing.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. He worked it.
Oh yeah.
He was watching Pastrana doing backflips and he's texting me about it. And I'm like, what
It's
the
true.
fuck?
Okay, I want to ask you about that because it's
Can we
all-
talk a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Because it's all was there audience watching that, the backflips, and like because it seemed like where they were, I'm like, where are people watching?
So they were on like the driveway of the White House.
Yeah, that's
basically,
badass.
right? And they were so there was
It's also disrespectful and badass at
Incredibly
the same time. Yeah,
like-
I like it.
it was idiocracy. But anyway, so they're on the driveway, right? And then there's the arena thing that has seats around it.
And we're
And then
on Twitch right now. so-
Across the street, right outside of the gates of the White House on the ellipse was a giant festival stage set up with huge screens. So the plebs are all out there on the ellipse watching it on giant screens
okay
on a giant like supersized festival stage basically.
So yeah, so everybody's watching it out there,
And you can kind of see it from
Yeah, okay, yeah,
but not
it's-
really.
Oh yeah, because it's right near the White House. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
on the it's
But
like
they're filming it to basically live broadcast to a crowd that was outside the.
Correct.
Okay.
correct.
Because when I was watching it on social media, because I only saw it on social media with like Travis Pastrana posting it,
Yeah.
and then I was like, where are people watching this from?
I mean,
Because
like,
it
I
looked
had-
they were doing it by themselves.
I'll show you the video that was taken from like above, because like the arena was like elevated above it, and where they were, you couldn't really see the White House, so they put White House on the LED screens that were on. Like the front of the White House was on the LED screens in front of the White House,
So you could see it.
so you
Okay,
could
alright.
see the White House.
Right.
But it wasn't, dude.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. It was a thing.
It was a
It
thing.
was a thing.
It was a thing.
I mean, it was from what most people that I know like the sport. They said the fights were all good. So there's the one positive out of it.
I mean, I took away a very positive experience from it. It was a really super cool event. It was like
yeah, and you got to do it.
It was a thing that
But you weren't brought in there to do politics. So you were
No,
brought in there
in
to do your
fact-
job and
in
be a part
fact,
of
like there was very little politicking.
Good.
There was a lot of nationalism.
it. Right. Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah.
Especially in the big crowd area. In the like festival, it was like picture like a fair, but for like every super stereotypical American thing that's possible. Like there was there was a Dodge Ram, like a Dodge booth that had all Dodge Ram trucks and a NASCAR Dodge truck that was doing boiling, super smoky NASCAR truck burnouts.
Oh, okay.
Like NASCAR engine, like so loud, giant cloud of smoke.
Was it something that Travis Pastrana brought? Because
No, it was that was the Dodge booth.
Oh, okay.
That was like a whole other area. They were up there, I mean, doing like not donuts, but like power like 180s. There's definitely a bunch of black skid marks on the White House driveway right now from Travis Pastrana and his buddies. Who else was it? Ricky Carmichael, I want to say was.
Brian Deegan. I was following his social.
Yeah, it was like they had all the old guys out there.
Yeah,
man.
I think it was like Brian Deegan, Carmichael. God. Who else
I
was
forget.
out there?
I only
was it Mike Metzinger or like Kerry Hart or something like the old school freestyle. Like I think he just called like the old school.
Yeah,
It was
Right.
like, let's get the metal militia out here. Well, they're 90 years old.
That's basically what it was, dude.
Deegan's son is really a good motocross racer.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He-
I didn't know that. First of all, I didn't know he had a son, but it's cool that
Yeah.
he's following in his footsteps.
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
thought Pastrana would have a kid that did the Pastrana way.
He had two girls, which
Doesn't matter. You can still have a girl that rips.
Yeah.
But
And
I don't hear about her.
she is on social media. She does all the same shit. Like like they'll go out to Moab and do the family like swing, the
Yeah.
Moab swing, which I wanted to do, but I'm like, man,
It's scary, dude.
I don't like watching my son jump off a cliff, and then like having some hippies rigging up.
After that after that bungee jumping
Yeah,
video
yeah.
that I accidentally
And I'm
wandered
like-
into.
And it
Yeah.
like I could trust my life with a stranger, but my son's
I got it.
lives, I'm like,
Correct.
it would be a hard, to the point
Correct.
where I know they'll be fine, but it would be not enjoyable for me to experience
the
it.
like 1/10% chance that they're not going to be fine is too much.
Yeah.
You
And
know what I mean?
It wouldn't be enjoyable. Even like driving there, I'd be like, I would be like, this is not, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm experiencing the time where they have to jump off the super tiny or super high cliff in Moab and then swing. I mean, because it is.
Right. You're not going to survive if it fucks up.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
and it doesn't even look like it makes sense where it's like, it seems like it would jar you, even though it's a kind of a smooth swing, but they are free falling for
Yeah.
a long ass time. I watched some like 6-year-old kid do that. Like he was like the younger.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. But they're like some of these Moab like rock climber families. They have like crazy young kids
Yes.
that do that shit. And
I would have had to have seen my kid do like a increasing extremity of crazy things in order to let them, okay, fine, you can go on the swing.
yeah.
You jumped off 15 jumping trees into rivers and
Yeah.
you've done a backflip on a motorcycle.
Also, I don't think Travis Pastrana's daughter wants to jump off the Moab swing. My sons do not want to do that. Like maybe
No, I don't see your sons wanting to jump off the Moab swing.
Like Max and me did the swing at Fun Spot.
Oh, yeah. He was really into
yeah.
that. I remember that.
Yeah, he liked that, but
The one where you like lay in the
the
taco?
Yeah.
Would it hurt your feelings? This is inspired by a comment in a chat room from Just Jen, and then we'll start.
No, you.
No. I think this is an interesting question because for a person that doesn't, because it's unfair to say he doesn't have feelings. We have determined through this year, absolutely,
they're there.
They're in there. There's just a different language.
Less ideas. It's just it's,
No, you could have as much as you want. You just don't. You're not spilling them out of your brain all the time, man. They're in there.
Yeah, but it's
Would it hurt your feelings if you found out, like you go into Tommy's room and his phone's sitting there, and you're like, let me see what he's been up to, and you look at his phone, you go through, and he's been going to secretly, him and Max have been riding to the lake and doing fun. Like flipping off of logs, they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff, but without you.
Yeah, they don't tell you on purpose.
They're not
they'll
telling.
always bring me.
Oh, Jen, you nailed it.
They'll never
Jen, you
not
nailed it.
bring me.
Jen, you did it. You did it. You did it. You found the
They'll
thing.
never do that. Yeah, but
Would-
I
would-
know they
would
don't
it
even
hurt-
like doing
But
it.
if you saw that,
I'm the one
would
that
it
forces
hurt? Would
them
it
to do
hurt your? Would you be like, what the what?
Yes.
Get out of here!
Yeah, 100%.
Well, it's
Because I would be. I would 100% be if Maisie was doing fun things that
it's
I like to do with her alone without me
Yeah.
or with another guy, like
Yeah,
her boyfriend or something. I'm going to have a problem with
If
that.
my family started a 3-piece band and didn't invite me to it, I'd lose my mind.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Or they're like, we'll get somebody else to,
Yeah.
to help us with it.
You can play tambourine, Dad.
No, we don't want you in it.
Not
But
at
that's
all.
why
Yeah, that would hurt.
Not
man.
even sound
That would
guy.
fucking hurt.
hypotheticals are stupid in the fact that you're describing a situation that to all of us we know is impossible. And then you're like, how would you feel if this impossible situation? Like my sons are never going to like now. Maybe in the future, if they did it in the future when they're older, I'd be happy because I maybe I instilled the adventure
Yeah,
spirit
I would
into
agree
them,
with that.
and then now they're like
You
I
baked
want
it into them.
I want them to grow up and go out there and experience. They go on trips with their
They
friends.
will definitely go on trips with their friends.
and then do fun
Most
adventure
kids that
shit.
go on major trips when they're younger become homebodies later in life. There's a stat on that. Yeah, they're like, I've seen it all. No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
anything of that. That's not
Oh.
true. Everyone's case for case. It doesn't matter.
But then also they're gonna be who they are anyway.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
that's a big thing too. Whereas like as a
it's the
parent,
biggest thing.
Yeah.
as a parent, you realize your kids are who they were born, who they are. And yeah, you can mold them throughout the way, but I'm saying they're the biggest part. This screwed me up. So Crystal and her family, she's got this person in her family that is like a real outdoorsman.
Yeah.
Has fishing boats, a place in the Keys. Like he grew up like side by sides, 4-wheelers.
Yeah.
Like the truck. Like he's got one of these. I forgot what they're called. They're like go fast boats, but they'll go like 100 miles an hour.
With the real shallow draft,
They're not like the
like
actions.
the swamp boats.
They're not the ones
they're not like
that's
a
on my
bass boat.
algorithm now. I share it on my Instagrams. Yeah, they're so fast.
Like those are like actions and like bass boats or giant engines and like. But I'm talking. They're like these offshore boats that rich people buy. They're like they're a couple $100,000, but they have 4 seats and they're just about going fast.
Like a cigarette boat.
You kind of like that, but like a smaller version
Sure.
of that, like a
Gotcha.
non-commercial race boat, but
Right.
like for the enthusiasts,
Like
the rich
2,000
guy.
horsepower, not 14,000
Yeah.
horsepower. Right.
But they'll go like over 100, and you'll see them in the bay. And he showed me videos and stuff. All the stuff that would like RVs, boats, like fishing. His kids not interested.
Don't want to
in
do
it.
a single one.
They love anime.
Roblox all day.
Wait, not even Roblox, but they cosplay anime.
No,
like
they're
into
LARPing. But inside LARPing
Yeah.
only.
Okay.
and and he told me
Convention center.
when my sons were little, like he's like, man, I grew up doing this. He's like, my dad grew up doing this, and I just like it, but my kids don't like it. And he's like, that's who they are. And he accepts it. He doesn't like combat against it or whatever. I'm sure it breaks his heart inside. It wouldn't to me.
The music one breaks my heart.
And they'll do it to like they'll go on the trips and stuff, but it's not their passion. Their passion is this or whatever. And then I see my sons grow up, and I'm just like, I'm always cognizant. I'm like, appreciate who they are. No, don't try to force them to be someone different.
Yeah.
Because I don't want that relationship with me and them to be like, oh, my dad always wanted me to be this.
You don't want them to feel that resentment ever,
Yeah.
ever,
Like
ever. I don't say one fucking bad word about dance. Do I want a dancer? Not as much as I want a drummer or a guitar player or a singer. And I bought all the little instruments and put them in her hands and did all the dumb things that dads do. I mean, probably at least $1,000 worth of dumb garbage that never got played. But she likes dance, so I support it.
But here are the lucky dads out there. I have
Well, lucky dads get
you're-
boys,
you're-
so
you're-
you're already a lucky dad.
you're-
Oh my
Hey, come on.
You're Arch Manning Sr. and your sons win 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, right.
And then your grandson is going to be possibly first-round pick, could win a Super
Right.
Bowl. Anyway, then Brian Deegan's son went the motocross route, and he gets to watch his son do what
That's
he
pretty
loves.
awesome.
Wolfgang Van Halen, Tom Morello's son.
yeah. There, I think Glassjaw. Andres was listening to was it Glassjaw? There's some band that he liked. His son is now a.
I love Glassjaw. Is it the singer Glassjaw who was in Head Automatica?
His son, some band that we grew up listening to, their son now is in a popular band, is like actually like independently doing well, not just because his
It's
dad.
incredibly common, man.
And then you're like, God, how did that guy won the dad lottery? Like, because as a dad, your son doing what you did even at your level or better than you is, I mean, you're like, holy shit.
I kind of thought I'd have a funny son.
Yeah. Funny though, that's
It's different types of funny. You're right. It's worthless. It's the weakest of awesome.
That's nothing.
Yeah, like that guy's really, really funny. It's like that's awesome, but it is the weakest of awesome.
I'm joking.
All right. What are we talking about?
First, hold on. First I want to call Jolly, and then
I figured you wanted to start with that.
And then let me ask him real quick. Because he can't call in tomorrow because he's traveling all day.
I can't call in tomorrow. It's inching into Eddie Murphy laugh territory, Jolly.
A little bit.
And I kind of like it.
A little bit.
You might be able to do that naturally because it is his natural laugh and kind of like weaponize that nostalgia.
Right. Turn it into.
Can you bring up that Sublime song so we can play it?
I got it right here. I got it right here. I should have gotten my record delivered. I'm going to have to call a record shop in Chicago to see where my final Sublime album is. Because that is their last album.
Everybody's buying vinyls again. Dude.
I bought that one on vinyl just because I like the singles from it, and it is their final album. And I go, you know what? I should probably commemorate that.
Dude, my 16-year-old, well, 15, almost 16, she has a collection of records, man. Vinyl albums. It's wild.
My
Never
daughter,
thought I'd see that.
at 11, has fallen in love with a product that we can tie that. We can talk about that, and we can talk about records too. Have you heard? Remember, you've seen them, and I hated them until they made one product.
What?
Mini brands.
What's mini brands?
It's like it's more. It's like literally the commercialization could not get any worse. It's tiny replicas of real products.
Okay.
Like a tiny bottle of Heinz ketchup that's like this big but highly detailed.
Okay.
If you get, they're all blind box,
like
and
vacuum molded little.
little plastic shit, garbage,
yeah,
plastic garbage,
right.
And if you were lucky, you get the gold mini brand Heinz ketchup, which I have because Maisie got into mini brands, but I hated them because they're little plastic pieces of shit.
Oh,
but until mini brands started making vinyl records, they make a little record player and tiny records. And you collect the records. It comes in a real little record folder.
Like a little paper.
It comes with a dust liner on the inside. You pull the record out of the dust liner. You lay it on the record player, and when you press play on it, it actually fucking plays the song.
What?
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's badass,
that's cool.
dude.
Okay,
there are 45 different records you can collect right now, and Maisie and I are on the hunt to collect them all, and we almost have them all.
So what? They got like a little chip in there that says
a chip.
what one.
Yeah. But it's badass. Dude.
No, that's cool.
It reminds me of Hit Clips.
It's the thing. It's like the thing that both preteen girls and 40-year-old men buy excessively.
Oh, we're all in on it. And we got the rarest one on our vacation. We got the rarest one, which is Jackson 5 ABC.
Ooh, nice.
We got that one.
Nice. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
All right, T. Jolly getting back to you?
not yet, but
That's all good.
we can mention it, and when he does get back to me, I can call him during the show. And then I figured we'll talk about our trips, and then we'll talk about the 250 or whatever the hell
The event.
Yeah.
Happening.
Freedom. It's freedom, right? Freedom
It is Freedom 250.
freedom.
yes.
The other one, the America 250,
No,
is
that's not the one.
that's the good
that's
one.
Well,
Well, yeah, they're both good. I see what you're. Yes,
that's the legally authorized one.
There you go. Okay. Why don't you begin?
Sure.
Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. Come on over at Tom and Dan Live. You can join the chat room. Tons of people in there today, hanging out and chatting with us on a Thursday.
Want to remind everybody that if you're anywhere around St. Cloud, Florida, that they're doing a big 4th of July celebration,
Yeah.
and I believe it's Lakefront Park
Yes.
right there in St. Cloud.
One of the biggest and best fireworks displays you will find locally.
Yep.
And they are saying that because it is true.
Live music, stuff for the kids, vendors. They got a bunch of stuff going on. All
Tons
free.
and tons of stuff. And it has that really, really fun old Florida small town vibes.
Yep. So if you want a awesome 4th of July celebration to go to, St. Cloud, Florida.
There you go.
We're working with St. Cloud, and it's cool because my pop-up always lived in St. Cloud my whole life.
Yep.
So I spent a lot of time in St. Cloud.
You
and
are a
it's
St. Cloud man.
awesome Florida small town.
Say it loud, say it proud. We're down with the cloud.
So Jackal's
I made that
hanging
up.
out-
I literally just made that up.
pretty
Say it
good.
loud.
That's good.
Say it proud. We're down with the cloud.
St. Cloud Promotions, you hear
Yeah.
this? You
No,
hear this?
we're working with them. They're our
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah. I want them to put on the top of the city hall. It should say it loud, say it proud. We're down with the cloud.
It should say that.
Jackal's hanging out with us today.
Hey,
How you
hello.
doing, Jackal?
I'm here. I'm good.
So I'm seeing if we're gonna hopefully talk to Jolly today because
Do you want to talk about how you discovered this?
well,
Because I went through this particular song on this particular album and didn't recognize the voice. I just rolled right through
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I was in album mode.
yeah, you're just listening back, and it was kind of the lead up at the beginning of the song. They play samples and stuff.
Well,
So
it's
then-
the Sublime vibe was always that, especially with like 40 Ounces of Freedom, and then I forget the one after that has the guy with like his teeth knocked out on the cover. But it's like it always sounded like a mixtape.
Yeah.
It always sounded like somebody was arguably mixing things on a boom box to try and make it sound like lo-fi alternative punk rocky ska to me.
There was always samples in Sublime albums and
Yeah,
stuff.
and
like,
it was a style of music at the time that not only Sublime wasn't the only people doing it.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
a local band here in town that very much did this like mixtape style, the Nature Kids. I don't know if
Oh, yeah.
anybody remembers the Nature
I
Kids.
do.
Troy and the Nature Kids, namely Troy, would mix the Nature Kids albums himself. And they sounded like glorified mixtapes. All songs would roll into each other. There'd be samples. There'd be prank phone calls. There'd be voice recordings from like a club owner saying like, "You Sublime will never play here again," and then he hangs up, and then they'd use that to intro the song.
Yep.
And I am a sucker for that style of production. I don't know if that's just my age at 50 now, but I always thought it was super creative, super duper creative.
So Sublime, well, Jacob Knoll, who took over his old man's band, is now like obviously touring with the band, but also came out with a new album, new Sublime album called "Till the Sun Explodes." And they released Ensenada and that self-titled "Till the Sun Explodes" song before, and now they came out with the album last Friday. And I was excited about it because I was going on my boat trip, so I was listening
course.
to the album. I didn't notice Jolly in there either. But it was like again.
Wait,
you're-
Jolly's in a Sublime song?
So right.
Here's
right.
a little bit of
Until Sam told me.
here's Ensenada.
Okay.
And then I guess the next one they put out was Until the Sun Explodes. So we got a little
Yeah.
bit of that.
Yeah.
Classic. There you go. Classic Sublime.
And I know he gets some criticism because he's like, oh, he's just emulating his dad. And I'm like, that's what we want, though.
Yeah.
Like, this is a Sublime album. Like, we want him to emulate his dad. Like, in all the songs, like, damn, I'm so excited that I like hear new Sublime songs because I consider them one and the same almost. Like, it's so close to the original.
It's still the same band.
That it's remarkable, and the fact that it's a son anyway. On one of the tracks, they take a sample from a Kill Tony, and it's Jolly. And I didn't know, like, I didn't hear it until Sam sent us a group text. He's
Yes.
like, hey, you hear Jolly on the Sublime album? I'm like, what? And you want to play?
I got it right here. Okay, here is if you're trying to find it, it's track number 12 on the new album. And the track is entitled "The Problem with That Is It Makes Me Stoked." And it's one of those like, I'll come in and edit that. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those weird like dub remixes.
Hold on,
You know,
nope.
where you got Bud in the background laying right. No. With Bud the drummer. Anyway, old man drummer laying down the dub beat. And then you put the samples in, right? Here are the samples. And then pretty soon Jolly's gonna make his appearance here. I'll have to edit that. All right. Edit. Okay, here he comes. It's gonna be about right here. Nice. There you go. There he is. There he is.
He's on the album.
He's immortal. He even got the dub echo where he's like, yeah, I'll die on that hill, man.
Well, on the line with us, David Jolly, who's on the brand new Sublime album. How you doing, Jolly?
Hey, what's good, Tom? You all right?
Well, he's heartbroken because he screamed via group text that should have been him being sampled because that is his favorite band.
What a goddamn hater.
Oh, man.
No, you know how it is, Jolly. Okay, Jolly. Let me ask you this. So first, when when Sam told me, and when I went back and listened, I was like, that is I was super excited for you.
Oh, we lost it, dude. We literally lost our minds.
But second, okay, because I was talking about this with Daniel, and me and him were like, did Jolly know this was gonna be on the album? And I thought he didn't know. Like, no one told him.
Right.
Like, this went through Kill Tony's people. Like, the Sublime people reached out to whatever the production company of Kill Tony is and said, hey, can I use this as a sample?
This is label to label kind of stuff.
And then Jolly never knew. Then Daniel was like, maybe he knew. Maybe someone tipped him off, like, hey, they're using you in the new Sublime album. But then I was like, wait, he didn't tell us.
And then we assumed, like, okay, did they contact Jolly? Did they contact Tony? Did they contact Tony's people? How did it come about?
Yeah. So tell us.
Oh, well, they just use it illegally now. I'm suing Sublime. They don't know it yet, but I need that money, baby. No, well, I forgot the girl name. She's a comedian in like Melbourne, and I guess maybe she know one of them, and she asked me. Well, they reached out to her, and she reached out to me, and I was like, yeah, I don't care. And I had forgot all about it. Then somebody hit me up the other day, like, you know, you on the new Sublime album? I'm like, what? Then it's been like a lot of people hitting me up about it. That's pretty cool.
Okay, so hold on. The actual answer. You're making Tom real mad now.
I would have got the sun tattoo on my chest.
You would have got it right around your belly button. And then
full Sublime.
Yeah, you get a full Sublime tattoo.
I'm dressed. I'm dyeing my hair yellow.
So you just said that a comedian from Melbourne that you know knows someone close to Sublime and was like, hey, they want to use that on the album, and you're like, I don't care. And then they did it, and that's it.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to get off of this, but yeah, I mean, I was just happy to make it. That was cool.
Hell yeah. It's really cool, David. It's rad, dude. It's so rad that you are, like, now you're baked into Sublime history.
Oh, you better believe it. I hope a bunch of them potheads start coming out of the shows. That'd be great.
Yeah. Now, there is no way to know, like, for all the people, because this, I don't know how many downloads it's gotten so far, but I imagine a lot because the band was so iconic for so long. I mean, we're talking, 35 years?
I mean, you could say a 40-year band almost at this point.
Yeah,
almost 40.
Yeah, 40 years of like Sublime promotion and like obviously with their the amount of shows they're doing is crazy, but like and also Jacob Noel said this is probably his last Sublime album.
Yeah, he's not even a probably. He's like, look, I did what I did for Dad, and we finished the story, and that's it.
Yeah, so like you'll have all like this was the last Sublime album, and that's it.
That's why I bought it, because
and then
he
a
is
sample of your voice.
All artists have been like saying things, and they renege on it later, and that's fine. You know, like Sturgill Simpson said that Mutiny After Midnight was never going to make it to streaming, but he put it on streaming last week. You know, it's like you can do whatever you want, but it is very, very cool that he called the shot, and he, and a nice little fin or the end on the end of Sublime is, I think, a very nice tribute to your father.
No question. I have one request, Jolly, and I've never asked you for a favor, have I?
Yeah, I got you.
Hold
on. Has he never asked you for a favor before? Because I feel like he has.
I don't think so. He probably was like, hey, Jolly, do this. So it's kind of the same, but you know.
No.
You don't have to do anything he asks you now, Jolly. You're a bigger star than he is. When you first started coming in here.
But he's still got a little payback from the beginning, because when Jolly started his career 10 years ago, he came in with D-Rug, and then I was like, yes, you can come on my podcast, and you can.
And then you complained about him drinking all your liquor.
No, I supported Jolly from the beginning of his career.
You went and saw him when he came to his homecoming show at the Funny Bone, right? You supported him by coming to the show.
No, you represented me. That's how
I was there solo. I was representing me.
No, when you go, it's Tom and Dan goes.
That's
his
not
house
true.
is the same.
I didn't have any Tom and Dan shirt. I had a regular shirt on.
Yeah, it's like I'm kind of there in spirit. Anytime you go somewhere,
we had
I'm
a good
there
time,
in
so
spirit.
you weren't there in spirit.
So I got one favor for you, Jolly, and I think,
Wait, you're gonna do a favor for him?
No. I need a favor from Jolly.
Okay.
And I'm not saying you need to do anything or you need to make any calls. I'm just saying that in the future, if you ever cross paths with Jacob Knoll, because that's a possibility.
It is.
He could come to
The mothership.
The mothership.
Yep.
I almost called it the starship.
Yeah, that's how much he's in the world. Yeah. That's how much you're in the world.
He comes to the mothership, and then of course, Joe Rogan's Jacob Knoll's here, and then they get, and then
Your Joe Rogan impression that was bad. Weak.
And then Jolly's hanging out because he's boys with Rogan and Kill Tony.
Yeah.
And
his name is Tony Hinchcliffe. His name is not Kill Tony. That's how.
First name Kill.
Jolly. David. This is how little Tom knows. I can call him David now because I've been to his shows. I can call him David now. David, Tom doesn't even know this world that he's talking about. He wants to be in your world so bad.
No, I'm just, okay. If you're sitting there in the green room, Rogan's there, Tony's there.
There you go. Who else would be in the green? Ron White.
Yeah, Ron White's there.
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis is there.
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn is there.
Occasionally.
This
Bobby.
one have a big ass night, ain't it?
yeah. And then, and then you're sitting there, and Jacob Knoll's sitting there, and then could you just mention, this is the only favor, could you be like, hey, a buddy of mine does this really popular podcast in,
in a little
Florida.
town, in a tiny little town,
and he's a huge fan. Would you do
a really
an
awkward
interview?
FaceTime video with him, wishing him a happy Father's Day?
Just anything. You just, when you videotape, be like, "Hey, Tom, it's Jacob Knoll," and
you don't think that would be awkward? You wouldn't feel weird that you
and a little Santeria. You just gonna do just a couple, just I don't practice Santeria, just the one.
Well,
thing.
you want him. So you want Jolly to spend his time with Jacob Knoll in the mothership green room in front of Joe Rogan to be like, hey, do some Santeria. Do my friend Tom. So that's what you want. That's what you want him to do.
Really, I want the interview on the podcast because I got Pastrana. This would be the next white whale of Jacob Knoll.
Yeah. So you have your black friend get your white whales. I see how you're doing it.
So,
I wouldn't do it, Jolly. It's racist. It's racist.
So, Jolly, would you ask Jacob Knoll next time you see him at the mothership to do an interview on my podcast?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, when I see him, I'm gonna say, "Look here, white man. I'm gonna FaceTime my homeboy and put an interview right here on the spot. That's your only option."
Oh, do it live. Oh, you're gonna hold him at gunpoint. Oh, I didn't know he's gonna DeAndre Jacob Knoll.
Right there, he'll be like, "Hey man, I love your videos. Oh, you love them? Well, do this interview right here."
That's a better angle.
See, I knew Jolly got my back.
Yeah,
you know I got your back, Tom.
I know. Thank you very much, Jolly.
Dude, we're so proud of you, man. We really, really are. You deserve everything you've got. Man, we were just that is such a cool, fun fact of thing. Like, I found that out while I'm celebrating me and my daughter's birthday, and I started cracking up, and I listened to it, and man, we're just so proud of you. And good luck. Good luck with everything, man.
So thank you for the call. Hell yeah.
All right, Jolly. Where are you going to be at this weekend?
I'm with Cam this weekend. I'm in right now I'm in Denver. I had a show at the Denver Improv last night.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna chill in Denver today, and I'm gonna fly to Pittsburgh on Friday.
There you go. Well, enjoy Pittsburgh. Enjoy what's left of your time in Colorado. Tell Cam we said hi, and thank you, buddy. We appreciate you.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll see y'all real soon. I'll see y'all next month.
Hey, and your show was awesome, man. It was great. That was a great time.
Yeah, that was fun, man. It felt real good. Everybody that I know that was there, man, for real.
Except for Tom. All right, man. Well, we'll see.
Well, my wife had to work, and then the kids are at home.
Do you know
they're
Tom's
bitching.
wife's working at a Waffle House now?
No, she had to
For
go
real?
show. No, she had to show houses, and then what? I was picking Max
Waffle
up from
I don't know.
his
he's doing-
friend's birthday party. It was something.
Yeah.
I probably could have fit it in, but it's a long drive out there. International drive. Better when they was downtown.
All right, buddy. We'll let you go. We love you, man.
All right, love y'all too. Y'all have a good one.
You
All right,
too,
see you,
dude.
dude.
Wasting
All right.
that man's time.
No, he's fine.
Wasting that man's time. That is pretty cool, though. Pretty cool.
Super cool.
Yeah. It's it always it
And
always
more detached than we thought, which should serve as our lesson to understand that these things are not big deals and they come
Yeah.
together at literally a person in Melbourne did this.
it's a whim.
Yeah.
You know,
and I don't mean that disrespectfully. It's just I know by the way he said it that it's a comedian that we don't know of that I'm sure is great, but she's local. She's not national.
It does seem like a chance, but maybe nowadays, like everybody just realized, like
We're all
people
connected, man.
sample everything
Yep.
because, but you would think because Sublime, there's a lot of money in this, and like when there's a lot of money involved, you're worried about lawsuits, and you would think that there would be some sort of like you have to sign off on using a recording, but I guess you could use small samples and I
Yep.
guess get away with it,
Correct.
right? What's the rule on that?
6 or 7 seconds.
Yeah,
right?
7
Okay,
seconds.
all right,
And
so-
they call it, it's like, what do they call it? Like a Creative Commons use.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
So they don't even have to ask you.
Especially if it's not like you're using the hook of the song as your hook of the song. You know what I mean? If it's just like what we heard there as a sample of something that he said that's played.
Yeah, you don't even need permission.
But I always thought you were supposed to do it and be reporting on it. I always thought that, and I could be wrong on this, this would be different in that, like, I wouldn't clear this sample because this is entertainment. This isn't news. Like, if you were going to say, like, hey, this comedian that we know from Orlando is on the new Sublime, and it's amazing to see the trajectory of his career, and then we played it, that's news. But if we use it to elevate our product that's ours that we're going to sell, that's not. That's different.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
thought
yeah,
I always
yeah.
thought the 7 seconds that you were using had to be like an educational 7. It couldn't be like Tom and Dan steal the first 7 seconds of the national anthem done by Lee Greenwood or whatever to put on the beginning of our whatever we're selling. You can't do that.
The thing,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah.
about this stuff is you have to be able to prove it in court.
Well, that's the thing, and that's why most people in podcast world will say don't use any of it because all they'll do is take whatever you have down, and then it
Correct.
just becomes a headache,
Right.
even if later you get it cleared. Why even
Yeah.
get to that point?
Yeah, because a lot of times it's bots now and like software. It's not even a human making the decision.
And they
So-
make a lot of mistakes.
yeah. So they just immediately take down your content, and then it's a pain in the ass to get it back up.
It's under 7 now. It's under 6 seconds now. SJ's saying, and it's changed a lot. They're always massaging it, always
Yep.
changing it. Just
I
as,
like they're like take off 1 second,
Make it 5.
What the hell?
well, like SJ fights the copyrights. I see him in there on our
Yeah.
channel all the time, just because. And most of the time we'll win them because I think we are using it. Like, hey, did you hear about this? And then we play it.
Correct.
So, Jackal,
Yep.
let's talk about you worked an event
I did.
that based on social media everybody liked.
Yeah, I think you worked the most positive event in American history.
Yeah, I saw no polarization to
No,
about
none
this.
whatsoever. No.
It was a 100% everyone for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
definitive.
So the big White House
Yes.
UFC fight.
I did. I
and-
worked that. Yes.
And so you saw now. Was more like I followed Travis Pastrana. I mentioned him before, and then like Travis Pastrana did this whole promotional campaign leading up because he was doing freestyle motocross in front of the
Okay.
White House. And so the social media promotional campaign was like him calling a different friend an icon in freestyle motorsports and like
It was a pretty good lead up, I thought.
and dirt bike racing, you got Ricky Carmichael
Ricky
out there.
Carmichael was
So
there, yeah.
and he did this thing where he call up and he ask him like, "Hey, will you do some freestyle motocross at the White House?" And the person's like, "Yeah, And no one said no.
Yeah, that's weird. It's almost like it was all fake and that they were already contracted in. I don't know.
So you saw that. Now explain, because when I was watching it, it did look like a practice because there was no crowds. Like it was in front of the White House, like
Yes.
close as hell.
Real close. Real
Okay,
close.
so like explain how close it was to the White House, because that was the most impressive part, which I imagine Travis Pastrana and Brian Deegan and all these guys.
That's why they did it.
Well, yeah, of course. And also you grew up in the motocross world. Like you're kind of on the outskirts of what society deems like, especially in the racing world, the freestyle motocross world is the outlaws of that
Right,
world. Like
right.
the racing world's all the money, all the corporate
You wear your
sponsors.
jersey.
Yeah. Like this is the joke back when like Travis Pastrana was against Brian Deegan, and he had Metal Militia, and he had spikes on his shoulder pads,
Yeah.
and he was like portraying this.
And we'd all go to Exhilarate to buy the shirts.
Yeah, it was just like
And I was rocking what is famous Stars and Straps belt.
it was this counterculture type of like, hey, we're on the edge of society. We're not, looked at as being legitimate. And for that guy to be jumping in front of the White House,
Dude.
like it is in his like lifetime, is insane.
It's a little odd.
It's an insane experience for him. Like I always look at experiences that other humans, like Ghana last night in the World Cup, like the last 30 seconds.
I enjoyed the hell out of that game so
Dude,
much.
I was so happy. Even though I lost my bet, I bet on a draw, and I didn't even care because
You were doing really well. I would have bet on that too.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
think a draw was a perfect bet.
because I was
You
like,
cannot be disappointed with that bet.
imagine the country of Ghana and the people there and how excited they must be to win this
Oh,
match.
did you see the lady in the crowd dancing?
Yeah. Like, but
Losing her out there, she'd pull her top off. I was like, all for that. I'm like, oh my God.
Ghana flappers.
But the people huddled around a TV watching this match, and then that excitement and the feeling,
awesome.
like that's an awesome for them. So like I always look at it like these motocross guys are now jumping at the White House. Like what a unique, cool experience for them, especially because I know their past and like they used to be looked at as nothing, like just a bunch of punk kids on dirt bikes.
It wasn't a serious
Yeah,
sport.
yeah.
No.
And so anyway, I was like, that's a cool experience for them.
I mean, I can guarantee you it was odd for them just in the amount of security that they would have had to pass through to get their bikes to where they were.
Well, what about you? Let's talk about you.
Because you worked this event. What did you do?
What about your security?
So I was there doing RF coordination. I was making sure everybody's wireless microphone signals didn't interfere with anybody else.
Oh, by the way, that would be my nightmare assignment. Like, I don't want that. I hate wireless microphones. I hate RF signals. They're crazy bad, and better you than me. And that would thank you for your service.
Yeah, especially when the Secret Service is like checking on your stuff and like.
I'm sure. How much stuff had to talk about that process?
There was a lot of. Dude, the security was next level, way past the normal event, way past the normal festival. At some
because you've done, just to give people a little bit of your background, give some of your festivals you've done and
Coachella, Lollapalooza,
Yeah, the big ones.
Gov Ball in New York, Ultra in Miami.
Ultra, yep.
Any of the company
Live
that I
music,
worked for,
electronic
yes.
music, DJs, light and sound, the whole big
Also,
deal.
lots of award shows and television stuff
Yep.
and corporate things.
Yep.
Anyway, the point is the security was like off the chain. It was like 1-to-1 person working and security guy, whether that's like National Guard, U.S. Marshal, Secret Service, Treasury Department.
So you had a guy.
Like there was
So there was a security on every single person looking at every move.
it
they
was
made.
crazy. They weren't like on top of us. There were just so many you couldn't have like done anything.
Snuck off and done anything weird.
No.
Yeah.
No, in fact, like if you were
You snuck off, didn't
one
you?
step off of the path, you would have a Secret Service guy like, hey, what are you doing over there? What are you doing over there? Like you go over, you're running a cable
hey,
through some trees.
what kind of American are you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Well,
much.
imagine how paranoid they are.
Yeah.
They're like they're meeting before they sit everybody down. They're like, listen, everybody in the world wants to blow this place up.
Pretty much.
Based on what I've seen online.
And we've had some missteps lately. We've had some tries. We've had some tries.
So you gotta,
Tighten
really watch.
Tighten up,
Like,
TTFU.
there is no leaning back and closing your eyes on this one. Anyway.
So to really answer your question, they were essentially jumping dirt bikes on the driveway of the White House, like
Okay.
the road that leads up around the south lawn.
By the way, it's never used, so I'm glad they're finally doing something with it.
It's hard for me to even imagine where the driveway is. Is it like a circular?
Have you been there?
I've seen it, yeah.
Have you been inside or walked around the White House? Because
the perimeter, but it's pretty set back.
Yeah.
So the perimeter was basically the security entrance. You had to go through security and then walk the entire perimeter while they were kind of watching you.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? To get in the other way.
And there's also this weird place behind the White House that that you never really see angles of, that is like far as hell. Like, because you always see like the Black Gate and the front of the White House and like in DC.
That's
and
the way it's presented on like its iconography and
Yes.
whatever.
But then like behind it is like there's like weird other structures and like maybe military stuff and like it goes
there's
on.
some security,
Yeah.
maybe a visitor
The
center. And
It's
then-
like
Treasury departments over there.
Yeah, it's like
you
a
know.
huge property on the behind it. You never really see the angle of that.
So they were on the area that you see the angle of. They were on
Okay.
that front looking right at.
Yes, yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah,
see.
yeah.
They were basically on the road that's right in front of that.
Mm.
Where they like the South Lawn, like where they do the like Easter egg roll and all that stuff. They were blah, 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 doing like power 180s,
yeah.
like leaving black marks on the road. They drove up there.
I wonder if like anybody told him like, hey, or even questioned that, like, hey, try not to, get marks everywhere, right?
I
Like, do
don't
they
know.
have any talk of that?
I'm sure that they did.
You know what I
I'm
noticed?
sure that they did.
They put down plywood. Like they took a picture with like all the guys sitting on their dirt bikes in front of the White House. Like it was a cool picture for these guys because again they're sitting on their dirt bikes
Yeah.
literally 10 feet from the front steps of the White
Yeah.
House.
Yep.
But they put plywood underneath so they wouldn't ruin the grass.
Yep, they do that.
I'm like, that's kind of stupid. But, like that's what I noticed. The plywood
It ruins the grass anyway.
Yeah, it ruins.
Yeah, it does ruin the
It
grass.
just isn't
anyway.
going to throw a mud rooster tail
I mean,
all over President
DC
Trump's
is
face.
only like 7 degrees cooler than Florida. So
Buddy, it was not cooler.
I
It was
know.
105 degrees.
I
feels
know,
like
because it's
temperature all
very
weekend.
similar. Like the bugs are the
was
same.
crazy.
If I was Travis Pastrana, I'd be like, listen, I'll go slow so I don't ruin the grass, but the plywood is lame. It looks
It
lame in
ruins
the
the
picture.
look.
Yeah. Like if the Photoshop this. Anyway, that's what I noticed. Anyway,
It was odd seeing them flying 50 feet in the air in front of the White House, man. It was
Yeah.
it was strange.
also
Any hiccups with your equipment? Did you have to put
No.
mics on people? Any famous
they
people?
were mic'd and they were okay. So it was like the White House section, which was where the arena was, where like all the seats around the cage, and then they had a whole separate, basically festival setup on the ellipse, which was outside the black fence, and they had the bikes mic'd up and were playing it through that festival size PA, which was just like, holy crap! Wah, bah, bah, it's echoing off all the buildings around like dirt bike times 100.
yeah.
It was
And-
like fully amplified over the PA while they were doing it.
I've never
Yeah.
heard of that.
And it's
Never heard of
wild.
amping up the
was
engines.
crazy.
That's interesting.
well, and it's fun. It's interesting to the fact they could have used electric bikes, but that's not.
No.
America.
That's not a no. Listen, this event was like somebody in the promotions department took a sheet of notebook paper and wrote down like the 100 most extremely American possible things that you can do, and then shoved them all into a production.
No,
There-
yeah,
Yeah, you
was-
said it felt kind of like they were almost like, yeah, you don't even need to do that. But they're like, yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
There was eagles flying down. There was burnouts.
they had
there
real
was,
eagles?
Oh, dude.
How many eagles? Do you have to mic up an eagle?
The eagle flew down from the giant tower and landed on the lady's arm like this while they were playing a rock and roll song, and the Steadicam was doing
I wonder
circles
what
around
song.
the eagle like this.
I like
And the Statue of Liberty is making its fist.
okay,
They're playing a little Toby Keith.
eagle represents like the ultimate representation of freedom, except for the eagle is
Except
someone's
that
pet
eagle.
in a cage. Which is kind of funny.
Yeah, that eagle. Put its hood on it. Ultimate freedom.
And put a chain on his eagle foot.
Clip its wings.
She's holding on to it, and it's going like this. And the rock song's playing.
It's kind of funny. Anyway.
Yeah, and they had NASCAR trucks out there doing burnouts while the show was going on. Zach Brown's playing. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah, Zach Brown
How
was
many
there.
people?
Free Monster Energy drinks for everybody.
Hold on, that's reason to go in itself, right? Like, even if I'm there in DC and my wife's like, hey, you want to walk down and ride our bikes down and check it out? She's like, there's free Monster Energy. I'm like, I'm there.
I'm like, can you plumb this through the White House water fountains? That's what I. Like, that's a good picture.
Coming out green, look at it go.
So how many people were actually because like for the fight, and I saw all this on social media for the most part, but you saw it in person.
I did.
A lot of times, like what you see presented, there's so much behind the scenes stuff. It's like, when you're putting together something this big of a spectacle, like you're very precise in how it's perceived.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they only let cameras film from certain
Oh, there were
That's correct.
correct angles.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yeah.
100%.
So, were there a lot of actual people because of security reasons at the fight itself?
So
Well,
there
I
was,
know Nate Bargatze was there.
Yeah. And
That was
they-
a joke. I'm joking.
Shane Gillis was there.
I'm
Yeah,
joking.
yeah, like super celebrity,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, there were celebrities there that it was the craziest people watching that I've ever experienced.
Jack
in my life.
Osborne was there, and he went on his YouTube and had to give everyone a response to my response to going. Get on.
Yeah, just go.
Shut the f up.
Just go and say, hey, look, we're
You
all
stupid fat broccoli-headed weirdo. He's got broccoli hair now.
Some-
F you. Your
you gotta-
dad would be sad of your hair.
If you got a chance to go to the spectacle, you'll go. Just you
Yeah.
like you. Like,
That's what I mean.
Jackal's
that's
working.
it.
He
it.
went to the
It's
spectacle.
the biggest people watching spectacle
It
of
was
all time,
crazy.
right?
Yeah. So there was like 5,000 people in there at the actual cage and seating area in there. I would say like picture the floor of House of Blues in downtown Disney.
Did they have to
A little bit bigger than that.
Okay.
search
you know?
everybody going into there,
Oh,
like
yes.
super secure? Like
Oh,
it must have
yes.
taken an insane amount of time to
Oh, yes.
get everything started, right?
Absolutely.
And from what I
all these
heard,
people have to sit down there for hours because usually with
you
this,
couldn't move around a lot, right? Or
Well,
could you?
I mean, the access was divided into like 15 different sections.
Gotcha.
And they gave access to people differently depending on what they were there supposed
Sure,
to be there
sure.
doing.
were they openly serving booze?
They were serving booze on the White House grounds. Yes, it was
Did you-
down the stairs and over here.
Did everybody?
Did-
Did
was it
anybody
paid?
get tanked?
Did you have to
I don't
pay
know.
for
I
it,
don't
or is
know
it
the
free?
answer to that. I don't know the answer to that.
If you had to pay for it, I feel like it drops the event down by like 60%.
Yeah, because I
It's a
feel
lot. It should be free booze.
it probably was.
bet it was
because
free.
Everybody who was there is famous or some influential
It was-
person
they
in
were-
some way.
Free Sam Adams for everybody. You got to do it.
Yeah.
It was billionaires and service personnel basically, and famous people. That's
Yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
it was it's so much crazy famous people that like you don't even know where to look. Like there were people getting pictures taken next to me that I didn't even have any idea who they were, but everybody else did.
Right,
Because
yeah, yeah.
15
right.
people came over to
Oh, they
take
got
pictures with them.
They got 5 million followers.
Yeah,
You know, it's like
right.
you don't even know. But,
Exactly.
but that's the world we live in now, where there are lots of famous people that millions of people know who they are, and you like completely never even heard of their name.
Yeah,
I
Shane Gillis couldn't even get back to his seat at one point. It was like, guys, I'm just trying to go back to my seat.
I got that a
please."
lot with the Oliver Tree thing.
I never heard of him.
I
either.
knew who Oliver Tree was a lot just because he's in he's in
Yeah.
my algorithm, and I knew of him and I like his music. Super tragic, super sad. He was the gentleman that passed away on the two helicopters collided in Brazil. But like it's one of those things where like people now can be mega famous. You mention Oliver Tree to somebody and they're like,
Never,
I don't know who that is.
dude. I had never heard of him. When I saw the news of his death, I never even crossed.
I believe it, but I also find that to be a crazy state example of where we're at right now because you and I should be in sort of the same algorithm and it hasn't gotten to yours yet.
Now
Or-
I'm sure his music I've heard in passing in like TikTok videos and other things. Like if you showed me a popular song, I'd be like, oh yeah, I know that.
if
but
I showed
never,
you him with his haircut, you wouldn't go like, I know who that guy is.
I honestly didn't know. I thought it was like an AI story. I think you never know until TMZ put it out, which is crazy that TMZ is so legitimate now. Like when they report on something, I believe them.
I actually
It's-
go there first sometimes. I go there first
It's weird.
because they got it.
Funny you talk about AI because one of the parts of the event that I worked was they did the press conference for the fighters on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial.
Okay.
Basically where the I Have a Dream speech was given.
Okay.
They were having fighters yell at each other and stuff.
Okay. All right.
So anyway, at one point during that day, it rained real hard. And we had to stop they shut everything down and had everybody shelter. We sheltered inside the Lincoln Memorial. Like there was nobody in there except for the people working inside of there.
Did you
And
climb up on the statue?
I didn't climb up on the statue,
I've
but I
always wanted
did
to
stand
do
in
that.
front of it for a while.
Yeah.
When we were leaving, there was a crazy rainbow over the top of the Washington Monument. And
Get that out of there!
And
None of that. There will
Yeah.
be no pride. Shoot it down.
and there was no-
Scramble the jets. Shoot it out of the sky. There it goes. Bye bye, rainbow. Not on my watch.
They're like,
Not ever.
fly the jet through it. It'll scramble up the light.
Blow it away. There's two things I'm certain of. I ran no nuke and no rainbow over the White House.
So there was also a lightning storm going on behind, like it had passed over the top of us and was now behind the Washington Monument. And the White House social media teams, they're filming it. The next day, they posted this video of the rainbow in the Washington Monument and the crowd going crazy and lightning strikes happening behind it. And 60% of the comments were about how it was AI. And it wasn't AI.
I know what you're talking about.
It was not AI.
I am so
you saw it in person.
I
yeah.
watched it happen.
I'm so conditioned to AI that post went
Yep.
flying through
No,
my
not
algorithm.
AI.
Yeah.
It was just an interesting
Interesting.
look into like everybody's so ready to say things are AI and like oh, it's all fake, but no, man, that wasn't fake. That was a crazy the rainbow is there and it was purple and there's lightning strikes and it's like, holy crap, what's happening right now?
Yeah, it says like they have a syndrome that makes them great.
It might be something like that.
Joking.
Yeah, let's go.
No, but going back to AI, you know, like I'm telling you, we're leading towards a time in the world, and this is impossible for us to get away from, and it's going to happen 100%, where we can never trust what we're seeing on the internet.
I already don't.
Yeah, but there's certain things and certain like images or whatever that you're like, okay, like like this is real, this is not. You know, it's like we know for the most part, if you go to the comments, like someone's like, oh, this is AI or this is fake or whatever,
Right?
And it's like as time goes on, we're just gonna get to a point where you're just like, I don't know.
But I think
no one knows.
But
like,
I think we'll
someone
be
says
using
it's AI. You know.
we'll be using the internet less though because of that.
Yes, yeah.
So we will be seeing more real images. So
it'll
I don't-
help us.
I don't even know if it's going to have the. Yeah, I agree with
No,
you. I
because
agree with
when
you.
everybody is doubtful of it, that's great. It's the problem when some people believe it and some people don't.
Correct.
That's
That's
what
the
causes it.
crevasse.
And then it's just like we're just getting put when everybody just is like, okay, universally we can't be trust anything we see, and then it's like back to reality.
Yep.
You know, it's like
I wish you'd finish that in a rap. If you finish back through reality,
Oh, there goes what?
So how long were you there in the production of it? And then
did you meet any famous people and get to talk to them at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you say
yeah.
who they are? Or is
so,
that bad?
So at one point when I was checking in media, somebody came up to the table where we were at and started talking to the promotions girl that was there, and I looked up and it's Georges St. Pierre. I don't know if you know who Georges St. Pierre is.
Yeah.
Legendary fight. Yeah, I met a few of the. I was standing in security with all of the fighters when they were going through security. So did I get to talk to them? Not really, but I'm like standing next to them, like right here, like
Wow.
What
Interesting.
was the vibe in the arena with the old Obama comment when that happened? Like you were there and saw it, right? Not to get listen, we never get political on the show. I'm just I just want to know what the vibe of it.
No, I'm not getting
what happened.
It was really weird. It was a weird vibe. It was a weird vibe up there, kind of the whole time. It was kind of a weird vibe because
everybody's on edge.
The demographic that it was just really strange. It was a really strange combination of people.
Yeah, the whole event.
20-something military people, 20-something-year-old military people, and then 60-plus-year-old billionaires, and then famous people, and
yeah, that's a weird.
Yeah,
it's a weird demographic.
It's a weird stew.
Yeah, because the amount of military and security and stuff mixed with the entertainers, mixed with UFC fighters. When's the last time you hung out with MMA fighters? I've hung with Seth's friends, and I've been out with these guys.
Yeah, they're psychos.
I hang out with an MMA guy.
Yeah, you know,
they're psychos.
yeah. Some of them are totally normal, and then some of them are not, and then there's just but in that group, think about what they do every day. It's like you're not a normal. A person just going to work. You're fighting humans all the time.
Yep.
Like you're constantly training.
You're a fight child. You're a baby mind, and you just punch people.
Yeah. Your ears are weird.
So to
I'm
answer,
glad you added that. Good job. Hey, did you know guys are getting that done now?
Fixing that?
No.
I'm not kidding. Unrelated, there may be a place here in town that you can go and you can get a cosmetically created cauliflower ear to make women think you're tougher. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a real thing.
Well, do they know how gross it is?
It's not, but to other men, there's a level of this weird looks maxing where you got to look tough, I guess, and some guys are getting it done.
Yeah. You can just smash them and it'll happen. I have a little.
But you want it
cauliflower
fast. You want it like Dak Prescott got his tattoos. You
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
go to bed and wake up ugly fighter. I'm serious. Everybody wants everything now, right? We can't wait for anything. You can't train to be an MMA fighter. You got to go get surgical cauliflower.
Did they have like a food truck on premise, like where people could get like?
No, they had like super aluminum framed tents. They were air conditioned that you went into to get
like
your
buffet style.
Yeah,
Okay, nice.
oh,
Is
fancy
it, is
food.
it White House food?
in the White House area. Everything was like super high.
What kind of food do you
ultra
get?
high.
You all
I
get
didn't- I
McDonald's?
didn't
Oh my
get to
God,
go-
did you get, oh my God, did you get the big table at McDonald's?
No,
There it is, boys.
no, I went to the normal catering tent, which was
Look at
normal
that.
catering food.
Excuse me, hand me one of those 20-piece nuggets.
So
So good.
But to answer your question, when that happened, the vibe was definitely 50% stifled, like hilarious laughter, and 50% people being like, "Eee."
Yeah, awkward.
Yes.
Yeah, super, yeah,
Well, it's
yeah.
a really
I mean,
terrible thing to say.
but that guy in particular,
he's a piece of crap.
well, I mean, how I will say it is that guy in particular is actively
Yes.
saying things
Agitator.
to stir the pot.
Yeah,
100%.
trolling.
You know what I
he
mean?
Is he's no different than Chud the Builder, all these horrible people that go out and I'm going to just be me saying horrible things
Right.
to elevate myself to the most eyes.
Right.
That's where we're at.
Like to completely
we're
not
at.
judge it, that's exactly what he's doing. The whole time at the press conference, he was talking over everybody
Yeah.
and being weird.
It's
and
kinda like
saying weird
wrestling.
He did the
stuff.
fake barfing on himself,
Yes.
and like the guy's
It's
a baby.
It's kind of
He's
like a
baby.
heel in wrestling. which
100%.
There's a lot of elements of that in MMA where yes, it is real fighting and there's no theatrics when it comes to the fight, but they realize like being a over the top
yeah.
character, being a heel, being hated,
You got to hype
like,
it up.
that will help him get more more fights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the more eyes, because guess what? That guy's next fight, like what he did helped his career a lot. And because people will put him on a card because everybody now will want to see him get beat up. You know, so he knows that he doesn't even, like he knows that being hated will make him more money.
Even if that moment made you hate him, you will still
You
turn
benefit
it
from
on
the
and
hate.
correct.
Yeah.
Because you
Correct.
get
And
fights.
if you're
Correct.
okay with benefiting with that,
Yeah.
and if you're okay with selling yourself to it, well, that's what you're
Well,
doing.
just the thing is, don't give it attention, and then it's like then you take the power away. It's impossible though. That's the thing, and he knows it. The
Yep.
more crazy things you say, the more attention everybody has to give it.
But he did whoop that ass though. I'm just saying.
You know, the fights, and that was the one positive that I got out of this. And you know what sucked because I had MMA friends, because I do have friends that love MMA. And I talked about, well, how were the fights? Because I didn't get a chance to watch it only because I don't have Paramount Plus and I'm not going to pay extra money to get it. And then they were like, the fights are great.
Paramount Plus. Why was it all
I don't know.
goddamn Paramount Plus?
Paramount Plus must have stroked a huge check.
Yeah, that's another thing that probably I shouldn't talk about.
Yeah,
There's a
why don't
reason
you-
why it was on
Yeah,
Paramount
why don't you
Plus.
stay away
Okay,
from
oh,
that?
what's the
Why don't
reason?
you get on out of here and stay away from that?
What's the reason? Tell me. I don't know.
I don't want a Tony Rage scenario where we're getting him fired because he drank a Coors Light. You know, like, I'm not doing that
I
again.
love getting people fired.
He does. He does. He's telling the truth there. He loves getting people fired.
No, I don't like that they were fired, but I was the reason for it.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Thank you for the clarification.
What the hell? Anyway, Jacko, we gotta get out of here.
All right.
Any other weird
Oh,
thing?
SJ says his next 3 fights were canceled because of his remarks. So you may have been wrong on that.
He'll fight.
I don't know. I'm just going on what other people are saying. And you didn't have SJ had a fact. You didn't have a fact. So on this one, SJ won.
Listen, I'm just imagining if everybody hates you and you're a fighter, you could turn that into an advantage.
Okay.
Like people will give you a fight
Yeah.
because they want to see you lose.
Yes.
And then it's like the more attention, and then
He had the most attention. That's the way you could say
yeah.
it. He
And-
did.
yeah.
He's the person everybody was talking about at the end of the night because he said something terrible, and people were either you were appalled or you were a galvanized base like, oh, it's just a joke. Meh, meh. And it's like, okay.
And no matter what, you're going to tune in next time.
Yeah, that's the
Right.
thing. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people though. It seems like a lot of people hate, and they get rich off of it.
Yep.
You know,
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
all you need
Well,
is
that's the part I hate.
the attention.
That's the part I hate about it, is that it is the attention, and everybody's like even people I know that say they hate it, but you took the video of him saying it and you did a 20-minute bit on it and then you shared it.
Yeah. It's the same thing with this has happened in local media back in the day before social media, where people would do things and the media would give them attention, and that was what they were doing it
We
for.
have to get fed
It
up
was like
enough of,
promotion.
we're like, we don't want that anymore. We wanted this to be a fun event where we weren't thinking about politics for one effing second. But you couldn't do that, so we're just going to ignore you now. But people won't do that. You're right.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
won't.
they
They can't. They
You know,
can't.
that was the weirdest part about the event. is-
Also, our attention spans are so ruined because of the phone that what we're saying is even more impossible than we even think. It's not that you can't do it because you don't have the willpower. You can't do it because your brain is scrambled rotten.
And I'm not telling my phone to show me it. It knows.
it already
Yeah.
knows.
Right, right.
I just tell you I don't like it, but it knows I like it. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, the weirdest part of the event was like how easy it was to enjoy myself there because there wasn't a whole lot of politics on display.
Yeah, you said that.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was good. Everybody was nice. The UFC people were
Good.
awesome. I mean, you know, you could tell they weren't used to putting on a festival. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But it was great, and they did a great job, and it was really weird at the end, but like it was fun. And I shook the hand of a Medal of Honor recipient, and
Yeah.
like had a conversation with the international arms dealer.
And most
Oh,
people
really? That's
probably,
cool.
yeah, that's cool.
weird.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Check that off your, I mean, you're there, you executed your job, it went off pretty well. How
Exactly.
many microphones went out?
there was hundreds of channels. Hundreds.
So
of
you were
channels.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did what you needed to do and
It
had a
went
good
great.
time.
Also, why wasn't Dana White able to turn this into money? Because he said he's like I'll never do this again. This like I can never afford it.
Because of the festival side of things, and
There's big rumors
amount-
about him hemorrhaging money
the
right
amount
now.
of security. I mean, I don't buy that. I don't buy that he didn't make his money. I mean, listen, I don't know. I don't know nothing about it, and I'm
glad you changed
and
your
I
tune
and
on
I
that.
and I'm not gonna. I'm not even gonna speculate about it. But like they're not used to doing a festival, man. That's not what their
It
business
was a
is about.
one-off. Like one-off events are always you
Yep.
never make money because
just-
all these things happen and like extra money. You know,
Just
that,
where it was. I mean, just where
Yeah.
it was. The amount of like
so bizarre. It can't be
extra
done
stuff they had to
regular.
do.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
It was crazy.
The regular commercial. Then because of the polarization, some sponsors pull out. They're like, I can't support it. I don't want.
Yeah.
Like, and then so you
mess.
can't make the money. It's just a big
Yep.
mess. You're like, I'll do this once in a lifetime. Done. What a weird thing.
Yeah, it was weird. It was fun though.
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
once in a lifetime, man. It's gonna take a lot to top that one for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it was just so much going on and so
Yeah.
many famous people. And also, I feel like just on rarity, it's such a rare,
Yeah, exactly.
it's such a rare event. It's like when old, what's his name, Ozzy Osbourne's son, Jack Osbourne, he did his big, he had to apologize for being at the event. And then at the end of it, he's like, well, I'm sorry that I went there and had a good time. I'm sorry you weren't invited. And that was the most tone deaf thing he said. And that
Yeah.
nullified and killed his entire apology. Like people are hurting right now. Maybe don't have a lot of money, and that's what you're sorry you weren't invited. Get out of here. I hate that guy.
If I ever
Hate
become
that guy.
president, I'll have Travis Pastrana jump over the White House. That was like, because that's the picture
No.
I want.
No.
Huh?
This is why I'll be your vice president. This is why I'm really in charge.
Okay.
What's cooler if you're president than the effing president jumping the White House?
Oh, let's go.
I'm not gonna let
Let's
Pastrana-
go.
Are you crazy?
Let's go.
As your vice president, and as the guy,
yes.
as your professional box setter upper for when you were Druggy the Bear, you think I'm going to let Pastrana swoop in and take your bit? You're jumping the damn White House.
You're right.
In your presidential suit with your big long tie flapping.
Yeah. George Washington wig.
Yeah, we put a wig on you.
Yeah. They don't have cartwheeling across
What
the
if we?
roof.
Okay, what if we?
My
What
wig.
if we got Pastrana? We'll need him. What if we got him and his team to help make us the first ever electric-powered George Washington crossing the Potomac canoe dirt bike?
Yeah.
I'll stand at the front of it like George Washington holding a flag. You're rowing in the back, and we'll both jump the White House in a George Washington canoe-powered
All right, now
electric dirt bike.
Now you got it. That's
See?
it.
Call Dana. Call Dana.
Yeah.
You'd work on that, right?
I would.
That would be awesome.
Get the plumbing going. we're plumbing it in.
Free monsters for everybody.
All right. We will see you tomorrow.
We got it. All right. Good job, buddy.
Cool.
Good job. We're at
Thank you.
lunch now.
Yeah, we're at lunch.
All right, guys. We're going to go get some food. And